So if I
And
don't respond right away, it's because I'm also chewing food.
nah, you good. Okay.
Cool.
That's fine, because we have plenty of time. Because, of course, as usual, let us start with last time on Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, especially since it's been a bit. So, the last time we were together, the party came together in the
Oh,
Goliath village of Clan Ruslan, where after a little bit of kind of banter, getting to know each other, after a very serious greeting from their leader, you come to find out, the virtuoso ended up asking if he could put on a show, and much to not necessarily your surprise, but your enjoyment, all except for Mallow as usual. The Goliaths of the village apparently were great lovers of music and absolutely let him. So he then put on a show during which he played some kind of like theme music towards you guys, since he has been seeing all of you in his dreams. Kind of the seer that he has now been told to you to be. And after that show, basically cleaned it up with a little bit of a party song to get the Goliaths all singing along, and it kind of just ended up with you guys partying through the night. That kind of had you all deciding that you were going to sleep outside under the stars next to this raging bonfire, while all the rest of the Goliaths kind of went to their huts. Your tiefling friend Magnus and the virtuoso as well went to the leader of the village. Petya Ruslan's hut as well. So you guys were kind of left out there mostly alone, except for a singular patrolling Goliath, who you realized was really less to watch you and more to kind of just keep an eye out, make sure nothing came in the night and really attack the village, or also kind of to keep the fire going, but that really wasn't as much of a main issue. So while you guys were out there, you all kind of had a little bit of a back and forth, which was great. And I think we also kind of came to learn a little bit more in terms of how who Chance is. I guess he's starting to introduce himself to the party. He spoke with Kara, and Mace and Kara, of course, had a nice conversation, and Leif is trying to get to know his sword and all that. So it's just a good little moment for everybody before everyone passed out for a nice deep sleep that night. Of course, with that deep sleep being had, you awoke in the morning, nice and rested, and to the commotion of your tiefling friend Magnus being kind of forced into some sort of a makeshift tribunal for claims that he had stolen some sort of an amulet from the leader of the Ruslan village. As this unfolded, it also came to the attention of the party that there were 3 other items stolen from the village. One was another amulet that was like a shark's tooth, or some sort of a tooth, I should say, on a necklace. One was a comb, and one was a dagger. You guys kind of very quickly ended up embroiled in the task. It was a little bit obfuscated during the commotion, but ultimately what happened was you were all given a challenge, to a degree, by the leader of the village to solve this caper. And so eventually this group came from the south, the 3 tents that are in the south half of the map. And you guys all came to realize pretty quickly that the next likely culprit was someone among them. So Mace stepped forward with his skillful use of Zone of Truth, or is it Cone of Truth? Either way.
zone of truth.
Okay. Either way, it worked kind of like a charm in some regard, in the sense that it allowed you guys to most certainly tell when people were being kind of shady and when they weren't. But it definitely did nothing in regards of truly unveiling who the target or the culprit of this caper was. So with everything kind of continuing to read as if it was these 3 people that had just introduced themselves for the most part, I believe it was Leif, went over to Mallow and gave him a good whisper and said, "I've slept with your sister. I know what you're good at. Go sneak into their tents." And Mallow was like, "Oh yeah, that is what we're good at. I'm going to go down into the tents." And he went and checked on what was going on in the tents while these 3 people were distracted by the kind of tribunal that was still occurring. So while he was down there, the first tent that he searched through seemed to have lots of weapons, lots of chests, but not too much more beyond that. So he very quickly searched on through what was available. I believe you ultimately found in that instance, after searching through a couple of things, in a very specific chest of weaponry, you found the dagger, if I remember correctly. From there, that definitely allowed you to know that it was most certainly these people who had taken the items. So you moved over to the next tent to see if you could find anything else, only to, as you slipped in, realize that there was a cat on the bed. Trying to continue with the stealth that you had provided so far. You know, you definitely felt you had done a good job of. You silenced the whole room, and at that point snuck on in and started to search through the things on the desk. Thankfully, while doing so, you noticed out of the corner of your eye that there was a bit of movement, and you caught the cat just before it ran out of the tent, and you ran over and grabbed it up. And then Mallow stood there for a moment, and he wondered, and said to himself, normally I would kill the cat, but for some reason I can't kill the cat. So instead he beat it unconscious, and it took a bit, very strangely, as was observed pretty readily. So, with that being done, he quickly finished his search of the room, left the cat there unconscious, and tried to head off to the third tent, having found only a journal from the second tent that he quickly realized after a bit of searching in his mind bank that was written in Thieves' Cant. He couldn't translate it, but he had definitely seen it before from his father attempting to teach it to him. So again, he moved to the third tent, realized, sadly, that this one was now occupied, and he continued back to the party, that all having been done. Once there, he tried to make a case in front of the Goliaths with the dagger, that basically the people had, the three from the tents below had indeed been the ones to steal things. However, he ended up being kind of stonewalled by the leader of the Goliath community, who basically said that, he didn't really know who the masked man was. It's not like, he really recognized you from the party the night before or anything, since you had been kind of hiding out. And he kind of claimed that he trusted the three from the south more than you, at a minimum, and that the evidence you had brought was not good enough. So instead, you shifted gears and talked about the journal, asking if anyone, knew Thieves' Cant. Thieves' Cant. And ultimately, I believe it was Kara asked your friend Magnus if he potentially knew, to which he said, yes, most certainly, and the journal was passed to him. After reading through it for a little bit, his kind of facial expression darkened, and he ultimately pulled Petya aside and explained some things to him. And then when they returned, things were kind of definitely different, but he was still being quite demanding of you, and said, that you're going to have to do better than what you've found. So Kara took a step forward and said, okay, if you need more, then I'm going to go find more. And she went and took her own swing at searching, and basically ended up finding the comb, and then ultimately both the other necklace and Petya's missing amulet in the desk of the third tent that Mallow had not been able to visit. So bringing those back, she put them forward, and it was enough at this point, especially with the return of Petya's amulet, his pendant, that basically they said, you guys have proven who it was, and very quickly the blonde girl who led the three from the south tents tried to shift the blame onto her hooded companion, and there was a very quick back and forth where one claimed, that the blonde girl knew, but the blonde girl said that she knew nothing of it, and basically ended up offering up her guard, I guess, is the best way to say it, her associate, as, retribution, I guess is the best term.
Tribute?
Yeah, tribute, but, basically she said, yeah, she stole it, it's her fault, go ahead and do what you want with her. To which you all watched this Goliath, Petya, summon up a gigantic sun in his hands and toss it at the sprinting, cloaked woman, and alight her into a massive fireball, leaving behind what looked to be mostly just a blackened body. That was pretty much where you ended, having solved the mystery. As you come in now, you will find that, once again, this tribunal has been reformed. It has shifted, as the other two members of the group are now basically being put on trial. And the corpse that was over in the ice before, you had all watched as Petya basically walked over, grabbed it in one hand, and casually walked and tossed it into the bonfire. His
he
eyes
didn't
very
Eskimo
serious.
vaporized it?
No, it was still together. Let me just put it this way. The move itself was not enough to kill that creature till more than twice its health, or that person, rather than the creature. So the way I'm playing it is there was still a corpse, and he basically took the corpse and tossed it onto the fire.
Certainly cadaverific, but there was nothing else beyond that.
So as we come back into it, this Goliath is, of course, now very sternly staring at the two people in front of him, and he kind of looks down at the girl, the blonde girl, and just in probably the most serious tone you've heard. And you've heard him say a lot so far, so it kind of reconfigures for you just how he was probably very in control of when he was, having you guys solve this case. Because it didn't sound like this when he was speaking before. Angie, this is last chance. You speak truth to me, potentially live. Now tell, what was plan? And you actually see that she starts to tremble like a leaf, to which her last remaining guard steps forth to try and guard her, of course. And the Goliath, he eyes this as the guard kind of gets in his way. And you would all watch as, again, still very stern looking, every tattoo on his body suddenly begins to glow with the same kind of solar light that he had summoned before. And even his eyes start to glow with this sunlight. And he just stands there, a radiant figure, imposing down on this fully armed, fully armored knight. And basically, even without armor on his body, seeming more imposing. And even then, the knight swings at him, and Petya just steps back. The knight stumbles on the ice, and he just returns with a palm to the chest. You all watch as the glowing light not only surges forth from his hand, but then kind of finds its way under the armor as this knight's body stiffens out into a kind of, not necessarily like a T-pose, but its arms kind of stiffen at its side. And he just looks very divisively down his nose. You should not have done. Was going to potentially let you still guard until you did stupid. A second palm hits this creature's chest as it is rocked backwards 5 more feet towards this fire. And then the Goliath steps forward a single step, puts his hands together, claps almost, and then a small sun blooms between them, and a raging fire, a conal inferno, blasts forward into this creature, or this knight, and also tosses it into the fire. This alone is not enough to kill this person, so you simply watch as they fall onto their back, screaming in their non-verbal way, as you learned from them before. As they thrash around, trying to find any footing or hand, but the ash of the branch, or the ashen branches below, tend to just give out under their weight, and they're very unable to stand before their metal armor heats up and basically starts cooking them alive. At this point, the girl is basically staring into the fire, just mouth agape. She is non-responsive at the moment. So if anyone wants to make a comment, feel free. Otherwise, we will continue.
I don't have marshmallows, so
I'm
You
with the
don't
trial
have
at this point.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's totally
Kara's
okay.
not going to interfere. She did her part already.
Yeah, that's fine. So at this point, Petya steps closer to the blonde girl, who just slowly turns her eyes up towards him. Explanation. And she just falls to her knees as tears kind of start, spilling from her eyes. She looks back over at the fire, looks back up at him. I just wanted. I don't know anymore.
wanted some dick.
And she's just, you can basically all tell she's telling the truth at this point. She's besides herself. She's lost everything in her eyes, as you can tell just from a glance. And she just kind of melts down into a heap. At this point, Petya will reach down, and he kind of picks her up pretty effortlessly by the back of her very heavy cloak, and he just starts walking with her over this direction. He returns over to Magnus, and he looks at him, and he goes, I know you know how to do easy and hard way. Would prefer start with first, move to second if no answer are given. And Magnus just nods, and he actually looks at the girl, and he kind of takes and puts a finger under her chin and makes her look towards him, because her eyes are just swimming and looking away. And he just, you're coming with me now, girl. Trust me. You answer what I ask, And this will go well for you. And he's just going to lead her away at this point, over into the Ruslan tent. And they're just going to disappear. So with that, Petya is able to kind of turn back to the group. He huffs, and as he does so, his breath steams in the cold air as the glowing tattoos and the glowing eyes finally dissipate. He looks back over towards the party and starts kind of walking in that direction. And as he approaches, he just... Okay, now back on track. Remember you asked about Frost Jade Flower? Well, friend Magnus, but all seemed interested, so what is need for?
I mean, the need for it was he hired us to find it.
Oh,
Yeah, it is
okay, so
more
you
of a
is
strong
to go and take...
He said get the petals, or if you can, the whole plant was for somebody else, apparently.
Where did he go exactly?
Oh, Magnus, he went into a tent. He going to talk to Angie now. You all may not know, but he have long time history as swindler. Believe he able to talk her down. Not down. Get information from.
No, that was kind of apparent.
Well, seems to have more luck than most, looks at Kara.
You don't know how to stab someone unless you know how to steal from them, too.
He's very interesting perspective, but kind of agree, yes.
Mallow just nods his head.
The agreement across multiple communities, just... Alright, Okay. So, first thing first, we'll perhaps correct. Around here is called Ice Rock Flower, cause more Goliath. And only one of us has seen. So, he just kind of points out into the crowd. You find flower? Was you?
Yes. Me. I don't know which character you want me to be.
I think I made one in your journal that you can actually drop just so that you can have control over someone. Hopefully it's there. Hopefully I didn't fuck it up.
You done fucked up, Aaron?
Top of the journal should be Fred Goliath. If not, I'll look again.
This Goliath has a wife, has children.
Yeah, he's gonna bring his whole family on the journey.
If they're Ruslan children, they probably can fight.
Do you not see it, Fred?
Well, the thing is, they're only allowed to have one
cool.
child because only the strongest child survives.
Yeah. No,
so
it's
the
because
kindergarten is
they're
just
only
a
allowed to have
children pit fight.
they're only allowed to have one child because the beating that the insides of the female Goliaths take during the first one is too much.
Oh my god.
The first one nearly chest bursts out.
Just
It'll go after us all.
You're it's literally a fight for the women Goliath to try and induce their own water breaking fast enough. It needs a path of least resistance. Go! Now's the time.
so
Not
slide,
that hole, the other one.
They slide down the mountains like penguins. Just
They have like a birthing mound that they lay on, and then they come down a little luge.
No, there's no mound. You just stand there and scream with your legs bowed. It's basically an episode of
Super
DBZ.
Saiyan.
Yeah.
You either achieve Super Saiyan or you don't.
One way or another, the baby makes it out. It's just whether the mother survives.
so that's why
It's
all
the most
northern
metal
Goliaths
Goliath
have
in the
blood.
fucking universe.
That
regardless.
mental image is bolted into my brain.
Now that that's apparently canon. Alright. But yeah, so this other Goliath steps forward. If you feel like you want to describe anything outside of what they would normally see from a Goliath, Fred, feel free. Otherwise, we can just continue.
No.
Yeah.
Average.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Mo in the group.
But so Petya looks over. Okay, so think you can bring back to where Ice Rock Flower is?
Yeah. Day trip.
Okay. You hear what he say? The way it work is he found flower out in wilderness, brought back here. None of us know what is, so we sent him off to the 10 towns. 10 towns, they figure out his Frost Jade Flower. Like I said, we prefer Ice Rock Flower. Sounds cooler. But he bring back with information, now we know.
Alright, so, day there and back, or a day to get there and a day to get back?
I don't remember how fast they move.
So
the
if
snow.
they're using their dog sleds, it is about a mile an hour.
It's about a what?
1 mile per hour.
1 mile per hour.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, one day,
to get there, one day to get back. Sleep around there. You like the
Well,
cold?
I'm fine with the cold.
Do they like the cold?
He shrugs.
It's north. Colder.
I'll get the
Less-
dogs ready.
Less wood for fire.
We fed them yet. I feel like they haven't had their meal for today.
If you need wood for fire, can give some for take.
Well, yeah, but now it smells funny.
The wood?
Start
Oh,
burning
no,
down.
not from there. I've stuck out near behind one tent. And you would actually notice that a couple of Goliaths at this point, they actually will walk over and, like, they'll go grab a couple pieces of wood from behind this tent over here. And then they just kind of bring them
Lovely
down.
kind of you.
And they're just kind of like
Especially
holding them out.
considering the lack of trees in this area.
Oh, it's fine. This part of how we live. It's more challenge when less resource.
Well, I think you've burned plenty of things, so you should be
Fire
fine
will
for
go
the
for
time
nice
being.
long. The problem is metal will have to be taken out, so can be used for houses. But it's okay for now. We'll wait until finish screaming first. It's okay, like lobster. Apparently no pain felt.
Yeah, I mean, seems humane.
Kara in the background. No. They feel it all.
I was thinking the same thing.
Looks in the distance, just like flashbacks of lobsters jumping into oil.
Oh, I thought you were going to say flashback of the one time Mace got heat metaled, and he's like, yeah, no, that's not right.
The one time it did happen, yeah.
Anyway, so at this point, it is, I did the time calculation before. Alright, so your morning caper took, like 3 or 4 hours. You woke up at like 7 or 8 a.m., somewhere around there. So we're going to say it's about noon after this tribunal. So you guys can definitely head out now, or you can choose to kick around and do like a long rest and go in the morning. Your call how you want to do that.
I mean, I think we technically long rested before we started.
Yes,
trial
but I
anyway.
would point out, and this is totally again your call, I think Mace is down spell slots and potentially others. I don't remember anybody else that's
I'll
cast the
double check.
spells.
I have 4
I am
key
not.
points left.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mallow used key points because he was sneaking into the tents. Mace used the 2 cone of zone of truth.
Yeah, I
so-
did choose Zone of Truth, so I'm out of second level spell slots.
My point is more that, like, if you think that you can just go and come back, then feel free. But you're here, you can also just kick around for a day and rest. It's your call.
From my part at least, I should be okay. I still have all my level 1 spell slots, so.
I mean, we do a short rest. Mallow gets his stuff back, I believe.
Are we still gonna be able to leave though if we do a short rest?
Short rest only an hour.
Yeah, it just means that instead of showing up where you are, at night, it's later at night.
No, I mean, I will defer to the group, but my opinion is just suit up and go.
Can I rest while we go there? For rest?
So let me think. I think the way you guys currently have it, Kara's driving a cart, Leif is driving a cart, and you are driving a cart, and Mace was riding his mount. So I guess if the Goliath can drive a cart, and you can rest on it, I'll give it to you. Just someone needs to drive one of the 3 if Mace is on his mount. So,
Well, can somebody else
I
drive
mean, the
so
mount's
I
a
can
summon,
nap?
isn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was.
that's a Mace
Wasn't it a
question.
summon?
Summon steed.
Does it go
Uh,
away after a specific amount of time, or is it just
Yeah, I don't
No,
know if
around
it
now?
just hangs out.
So maybe it could just follow, I guess.
I was gonna say, can
Like
it
that.
just
Just
follow
hangs
us?
out. It's just kind of
Yeah.
Smoking a stogie out in the back.
Don't wanna work it too hard.
Either
Well-
way, I mean, if we have
I figure
our
it's just
Goliath
grazing
guide
with the dog sleds at
holding
this point.
onto the reins of one of the sleds, Mallow can rest in one of the 3 and get his short rest in that way.
Okay. Thank you, says.
All right, so we're leaving now.
Yep, more or less.
Okay.
Tell the virtuoso what the plan is, and we'll be back. And when Magnus is done with his interrogation, then let him know what we're doing.
I just wanna
That's no
take-
problem. I get the feeling he's actually gonna call me in a minute, because the hard way is usually just I charm him. But yeah, no problem. I'll let him know. You're getting the flower for him anyway.
And I will look to the 2 Goliaths in question. Just anything on the trip we should be aware of before we go? Any creatures out there, or is this find out and deal with it when it shows up?
Oh, he's okay. He's pretty good hunter here. He probably could avoid most, unless you want to fight Yeti.
Well, came awfully close the other night.
Oh, yes. It's always fun when they get confused and end up in territory. You can actually see that, like, the smile on his face, you can clearly tell that it's almost akin to, like, a game. Old
get the
Yeti ball.
Just
I get the
the random
distinct-
stray cat that wandered into your house.
The distinct feeling that the Yetis avoid you more than you avoid the Yetis.
Like, say, can do Yeti hunt if you want. And it's like the energy of someone being like, yeah, we can go on a fox hunt.
Maybe we should carry a portrait of him and just show it to Yetis.
Show it to Oral and have her back down.
How
Problem
good
is
is your
you'd
disguise
show it to
self?
Oral and she'd be like, oh yeah, no, I went there. The thing is, he said he's on my side. He wants it to be colder. That's why I made it colder there for him. It didn't actually used
Yeah,
to
we
be
had
this
an
bad in the
agreement.
Icewind Dale. And then you're like, oh shit.
It's all his fault.
Yeah, exactly. He's been the final boss all along. Colder, Oral, colder. But no, Petya, I can't do it colder. Colder, Oral, colder.
Might melt.
All right. Anyway.
If anybody else has something, prepping the sled dogs.
So, Leif, it looks like you approach the other two. So, you're just gonna gather some wood from them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the wood off.
Yeah.
of 'em.
So you can just add if you want like a custom item, or you can just keep it in mind. But you'll just have like one set of campfire supplies that you can light a single campfire with.
Well, can I take 2?
Even if your echo took some, as soon as it disappears, it'll just fall to the ground.
Well, yeah,
You
but
can-
I mean, he
you
can
can
load,
load
it on.
you can load a
yeah.
second or third more onto a dog sled if you want. I just more meant like
No,
you as a
can
person
only
will take one.
one. I'll
Yeah.
take one too. Is this wood just wood for a bonfire? Is that
Yeah,
what
but
you're
it's like actual wood logs, right? It's not like sticks and kindling. Like it's a very dry, solid wooden log, or couple. You know, it'll build a good bonfire for you.
saying? Yeah, I'll help him carry, as well.
Yeah, so you can have one in your inventory as well if you want.
Do you want me to just put like bonfire?
Yeah,
kit or something?
campfire kit, bonfire kit, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Smoky, burn log.
The good news is when you do come across Smokey the Bear out here, he's frozen. Can't stop you.
Only. Oh god, it's cold.
Yeah. Anyone seen my testicles? They froze off a couple miles back. All right. So anyway, Kara has the dog sleds all lined up and ready to go.
That's what this spam's made of.
At this point, any other questions you got for the Goliaths?
Would we be able to search that night?
Well, I mean, if you can get him out of the
Search that
fire.
night? Yeah, I mean,
The
if
night
you
that
you're
got
not
tossed
gonna
into the
complain.
fire?
yeah, you can try. If you can try and get him out of the fire.
Can I use like my bow staff to like poke all of him out and like?
So remind me what your
Shit.
bow staff's made out of.
I get that. Okay, fine. I'm gonna use my rapier.
'Cause-
warning
and listen,
to
it's
poke
not
him
even
out.
about sticking the bow staff into the fire. It's sticking it into a suit of metal armor that is currently literally red hot. The actual
okay.
staff itself will catch when it touches the metal. You know what I mean?
Okay.
yeah.
Can I see what his weapon is? just-
Yeah, I think it was.
It looks like a
great
halberd of
axe or a
sorts.
halberd. I actually think I closed the window already, but let me reopen it. It shouldn't be too hard.
I'm just thinking that like he might have some good gear since he was the.
Technically, it is a glaive.
And I.
If you want to try and fish it out, you can try and fish it out. I will tell you again, just like the rest, it is very much red hot.
Okay, can I
and
try
if
to
it's a
fish it
glaive,
out?
the stave is probably wooden and burning.
Okay, can I try to use my rapier to like finesse it out?
Yeah, I just gotta think what good roll for this would be. I guess you could do like a sleight of hand, or
That's what my brain was going with, was sleight of hand.
yeah, I think that's the only one I can think of that would really be able to help you here. Unless you want to try and like jump in the fire and out, acrobatics.
I mean, they're both the same for me.
Yeah, so go for the sleight of hand.
13.
You're using the rapier, so I'm gonna say what happens is you kind of shift the glaive, and you watch as the haft kind of is already basically smoldering and cracked. So the top half is already separated from the bottom half, and it just kind of shifts in the fire and splits in two. You think you still could probably try and recover the top half with the actual glaive blade, but you realize at this point it's broken enough you'd need to bring it to like a blacksmith to have it repaired, or realistically have the head put on another shaft.
Yeah, can I still try to fish it out then?
Yeah, so with the 13, you'll just kind of keep poking at it with the rapier and flicking it. Since you're just focusing on the head, trying to get that out anyway. Eventually, it makes it to the side, and you just kind of leave it there for a second or two. You kind of ask around, and if anyone's got any water, and the Goliath just like point to a pile of snow, and you go grab a whole handful, and you take it over, and you just jump, like throw it on not specifically the head of the axe. You're kind of trying to be smart enough that you're throwing it on the wood to try and put the wood out, right? And eventually, it's enough that you can pull out the axe and just kind of leave it on the ice. It does cool pretty rapidly, and you see that the metal ends up very tarnished, and it doesn't look anywhere near as good as it used to, but you have a perfectly functional glaive head, as far as you can tell.
Is there anything that I can tell, like, does it have any type of properties to it or anything? You may make like an insight check and an arcana check.
Yeah, you can either do insight or investigation.
Okay, I'm gonna do insight.
I think that's 2 different stats,
Yeah.
so gives you a different chance.
11.
So with an 11, you just kind of look at the head of the thing, the glaive. Thank you, brain. And you kind of can't really tell much past the tarnishing. You think that your mind kind of remembers, since you're doing insight. It looked like it might have had patterning or something. Maybe it was some sort of a hamon along the edge or something, but very clearly whatever was on this blade is gone to the fire damage that it's taken.
Okay. All right. Well then, continuing on. I now have a glaive head.
Yeah, why not, man?
I'm gonna try to make a sickle and chain now.
That's a very interesting concept. There you go. Do they have something like that in D&D already?
That's what I'm literally about to start doing.
Because if they
we're
do,
doing shit.
that would definitely be helpful. But if not, we'll just custom something. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know why they
Chain?
don't.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it realistically would to me just be like a whip. Probably just
Would it
Well,
have
that-
range?
Well, the weird thing is that your chain, like your sickle mainly, you're not throwing as much. You have the chain with the weight on the end. The chain.
Yeah.
You use the chain and the weight.
That's
as
why
the-
I'm saying, like,
yeah.
at best it seems like a whip. To your point, you would probably just take a sickle as an actual weapon, and then a chain, like a whip, that you basically are interchanging which end you're using, because technically the weapon can go either way. Yeah.
And whip has a reach of 10 feet.
Yeah, so it's pretty reasonable. And
I
it's
gotta
just instead of being, was the whip bludgeoning, or is it? It might be bludgeoning already. I was going to say
Probably.
instead of what it is,
Yeah,
you
I'm
make
gonna-
it bludgeoning, but I think it might already be.
Yeah, I'm gonna look while we're doing shit.
Yeah,
I don't gotta
that's
worry
fine.
about that.
It's definitely a bit of a diatribe to not go on right now. So, yeah, so you've got that all set. The body is at this point stopped twitching, by the way, as well, and it's just red hot metal.
You just hear Mallow complaining under his breath, just like, "God damn it, I didn't get the fucking eyes."
Or the tongue, if you
Or the
if you think
tongue!
he still had one.
Kara with her super hearing. Well, you didn't kill them, so you
I
didn't harm them.
know.
So with that, I'm going to bring us to the map for a moment. Since you
A
have
whip
a
is
guide.
slashing damage.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Was something weird, which kind of, I guess, makes sense for a traditional bullwhip for slashing. For the chain, you would probably have it as bludgeoning, since it's that weight that hits you instead.
Or piercing if it's spiked.
Oh, dude, a sickle
True, depending on-
sucks for damage. Jesus.
But I do think a sickle
So
is
does
on
whip.
the list of what a monk can be
That's what I'm
using. I think it's on your list naturally, but I might be wrong about that.
I'm gonna look at
I
more
think
shit.
it counts as a simple weapon.
I believe a
Regardless-
sickle counts as a simple weapon, therefore it is a monk proficient weapon.
So regardless, while we are here, let me draw a little something or other here. So, as you guys set off to leave, your new Goliath companion, who no one has asked the name of, basically tells you, where you need to go is kind of more northward. So basically, he's going to point out a spot on your map. It's supposed to be a little more northward, but it's among some kind of like hills and berms up in the distance. It's, by your judgment, somewhere between like 8 to 10 miles away. Basically depending on, pathing, blizzards, things like that. So, Kara, just for the nature of, on your travel out there. Give me a
Mhm.
survival roll, and we'll just use that to determine kind of the length of time it's going to take.
Really quick while he's
Okie dokie.
doing that, I just want to let you know. So 2 things.
Ooh, damn, dude. All right, maybe even less.
Oh Jesus.
Oh
They-
man.
Okay.
I
Nat
can
20.
Yeah,
I can use a sickle.
you cannot.
No, I can. It says
Oh.
like it's like certain monasteries, blah blah blah. So it's like it specifically talks about a sickle with like a shorter handle, kind of thing. So it's like it
Yeah.
would be
Yeah,
It
a
would
hand
be a-
sickle essentially. Yeah.
a sickle and then a whip combined. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be doable.
Right before we start off, Kara takes a deep inhale, almost like a bloodhound would, just like that way.
Yeah, so that's definitely going to cut some time out of it for you as well. And all right, yeah. So very cool, very cool. So from the Ruslan village, you guys all get on your dog sleds. Mallow, whose sled do you want to be on while you're doing your short rest?
Who all's driving?
Leif, Kara, the Goliath, I believe. Or you could technically try and convince Mace to let you ride on his elk.
Can I still do my short rest if I'm on the elk?
Yeah, I'll
with
give it to you.
with
It's
light?
just flavor text at this point.
I just look at him, Daddy.
I mean, I'm the one driving, so
May I ride with you?
actually, not even the elk knows where to go. Like,
May I please ride with you? It's like turn into a small child.
Mallow like literally shapeshifts to be as small as he can, but without going size small.
it's just some like really awkwardly bony child.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, fine.
Thank you. And I turn back into normal Mallow.
So okay. So with that, you guys are gonna go up this way, and then when you're there, roughly, when you are about there, you guys are going to enter a field. And Kara, I need, of course, a classic perception from you. Everyone will start themselves on the
Classic Kara.
Yeah, the
Good
I mean,
died.
she's leading, and she also has the highest passive. So, all right,
It's supposed to be a 12.
no problem.
Or
And
actually, with the
you
plus
guys
3,
can put
13.
yourself all on the lower south. Sorry, we'll put it this way: southwest corner is the best way to put it. Since you're coming up from that direction. And with a 12, you would simply
13.
sorry, 13. Okay, so you would hear kind of crunching of snow in the distance, but it is not evident to you what it is immediately. At this point, it's your choice to alert others.
I mean, crunching of snow, unless there's
Actually-
a pattern I can detect to it.
And actually, Fred, give me a perception roll from you as well. I think I gave you the proper stats. I just didn't add anything else. So perfect. Yeah. So a 13 as well. You also would hear the crunching. Again, it is up to you if you want to let anyone know.
Which direction?
It's coming from the north, as far as you can tell, northeast.
Ranger woman. You here? Northeast?
I heard something, but I wasn't sure what it was. Yes, I hear something.
We think other puny people hear things.
No, they probably don't hear anything.
You smaller folks, be on guard.
Okay.
The
so
Northlands is dangerous.
being warned, will allow the rest of you to do a perception check as well. We'll see if anyone else can figure out what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
You need a perception check.
Yes, sir.
6.
So nobody knows until Mace kind of comes cresting on his elk and sits a little higher than everyone else.
May I stealth?
Not just yet, but give us a sec to see what's going on first. Also, if you want to stealth, I'm going to say that that's going to be an action, so you will not get your full short. Well, actually, how far has it been? It's probably been long enough for the short rest. It's only
It's
been an hour,
definitely
right?
been long enough.
Yeah, never mind then, because I was thinking for like a long rest, but in that case, yeah, never mind. Ignore what I was going to say. Yeah, so you'll be fine. Just give me a second. So,
Okay.
sorry. So to you, Mace, as you come up on your elk, kind of a little higher, and blocking Mallow's view so he can't quite see it, you would all, or you specifically, would be able to see that in the
Oh.
distance.
Is it mating season?
So, as far as you can tell, they're moving from west to east, or maybe east to west. You can't actually quite tell. They seem to be grazing at the moment. There's lots of footsteps in the area, and there's lots of movement over there. But
Do they seem agitated?
No, not currently. If anything, they haven't even seemed to have noticed you, as far as you could tell.
Are
Much
they
like
like,
your
well,
group
I
hasn't
mean,
quite noticed
not
them.
much to graze on, but are they like just chilling, kind of?
Yeah, currently. Every once in a while, they'll raise their heads, look to the distance, but they're moseying around, kind of digging in the snow, grazing a little, moving.
Hmm. Well, I guess I'll just kind of in a low voice, just not so much whisper, but I guess tell to the party. I see a bunch of what are those? Deer, I guess. Elk. No, deer, probably. Nothing important, which makes me wonder, is that what you warned us about? Or looking at the guide. Because local folk like you should know better.
So you point them out to me.
Yes.
Those. You're not from around here, are you? Those are deer, male. They have antlers.
You are fake news.
Well, I don't necessarily stick around long enough to get a good look, but as far as I know, they eat grass or other plants, so this
Vegetation.
shouldn't
Very
really
good.
pose much of an issue. I thought,
There are rabbit deer. Not rabbits. Rabbit deer as in long ears, fluffy, snubby tail, but rabid deer.
you do see what I'm sitting on, yes?
For frame of reference, because I'm not sure if Pluzek was still with us when you summoned that. I think he was, but he has an
No,
elk
I
now.
wasn't.
He's using an elk summon steed.
Yeah. No, I heard from the.
Yeah. Just for clarification.
But I'm telling you that there are rabbit deer, so there are potentially
Were deer?
dangerous deer. There could be were deer. So yeah.
What is it?
I don't appreciate you calling me dear. I just met you.
And is this crazy?
Your new resident Goliath is like, yeah, we eat CBT positive meat over in the
Yeah.
the commune.
2 heads, more food, more eyeballs.
But alright, so yeah, at this point, at least Mace is aware of the deer. Kara, you probably would have heard them talking, and you heard the footsteps, so you are aware that something's up there. And it's
Wait,
like
she heard the deer talking?
She heard footsteps
No,
happening,
she
and she heard you guys
Heard us
talking.
talking. We're right next to her.
I don't know. She's basically omniscient at this point, so
Nah, well, I wouldn't say that. She can hear most things that are near her for sure, and she has a good chance at seeing or hearing things that are happening around. But she fails a lot of those. Let's be real.
I don't know. It depends. If it's gossip related, I miss it entirely.
Regardless, yeah. So you guys think there's some deer up ahead?
Can we eat the deer?
Deer
I
are
don't know.
indeed an edible
Can-
creature generally.
Can you eat deer?
you don't.
Do we need deer?
Well, we don't, but and they probably wouldn't appreciate it even if we were to hunt it for them, because they kind of like the whole thrill of the
Petya.
hunting.
Petya got giant fish other night. You not remember?
Well, yeah, but what I meant is more you guys like to do your own work, so
Yes. Challenge. Deer. Little challenge.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
Era will look to our Goliath compatriot. We never caught your name.
I didn't throw it.
That joke.
It's fucking quick tonight.
Oh.
Love it.
Did I come up with a name? I don't think I told you a name, did I?
You didn't tell me one. That's kind of why I didn't use a name to introduce you. I figured I'd just let you.
My name. Apart.
Erdaparn,
A pardon?
is there a threat from these deer?
If deer is threat to you, you should not be here.
Are they gonna eat our flower?
Eat our flower. Flower is yours?
The icy rock. The icy flower rock. Are they gonna eat the icy flower rock?
Ice rock flower.
Ice rock flower. I'm sorry.
Flower hard. That's why it's
Oh.
ice rock flower.
Maybe
Hard.
they like the crunch.
They might. I don't think they would. I not deer.
How close are we
Maybe
to the?
maybe they like challenge too.
How close are we to the flower?
Halfway. About halfway.
Well, then I say we continue and ignore the deer.
Fair enough. Just out of, well, it's not really gonna do anything, I don't think. But since we're passing, are we gonna pass through the deer like just in a straight line? What are we doing?
We go
I
that
mean,
direction.
That direction being straight that way, straight through them, around them, which we need
We can
a.
go any of those directions and still get to Ice Rock Flower.
Then simple enough. We
So-
go that way.
Yeah, I mean, we avoid the deer entirely. That's cool too.
And if there's anything else that is there while we're passing, in theory, we will see it as we pass, and we can determine from there.
So, what is? Can I do like a shape? I guess not. Oh, I can. Yes, I can. So that is a pretty big circle. So-
that is indeed a pretty big circle.
When we're about here, maybe I'd like to use my divine sense just in case.
Okay. Just roll Define Sense on the list so I can read all of its stuff.
Yes.
And besides that, you move all of you up to that position just so that we can, do it in the steps.
I'm gonna
Celestial
follow
fiend
behind.
or undead.
I'm gonna follow behind Leif or not Leif, fucking
Mace.
Mace, and use
Jesus.
him to hide. Is that okay?
Hey, Mace, do me a favor.
Yes.
Because of something that happened with this last time.
Oh no, we have zombie deer.
No, it's not. The problem is it's not something that's
deer.
part of the list, but because of the disagreement we had last time about the whole, this rings on his senses, I'm gonna have you roll a d20, and you might potentially notice something a little bit beyond what this can sense here, but otherwise you would
Sure.
not sense anything.
Just a flat d20.
Yeah, because it's not really technically part of the move. I'm just trying to give it to you for the flavor text.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so with
Yeah,
the,
no.
with the 4, yeah, once you're there, you pretty much just sense deer. I do need to actually do this though. As you guys approach, you would notice that it is a bigger herd than you initially thought. But besides that, yeah, they seem to not be a celestial fiend or undead.
It's some unholy deer amalgam.
Lots of deer.
It's the raining blood deer.
So I would also say at this point they must certainly notice you, and they all seem to start getting a little skittish. They kind of just stand, especially the ones that are closest, with their bodies half turned and ready to run off towards the east, as they wait and watch, seeing what you guys are going to do next.
I mean, continue forward, just
Yeah.
that way.
So the dogs are yipping and barking anyway, so you just kind of, manage them to go forward, and as you do, the deer are all just going to start moving off, and eventually they will run off into the distance. I will say if you want to try and catch up and kill a deer, now is the last chance, otherwise you're losing it.
I mean, I'm still stacked with rations, so I'm not too worried.
I think I still. Well, I don't eat, so I have a lot.
I have no idea.
Mace
how many
is
rations
extra
I have.
rations, and we don't even mean his body like the rest of you.
Yeah.
That's no problem at all. I just figured I'd give you guys the last chance. All right, so you all continue on your way. We will return back to the map. So, from here, from your little
So that
halfway
being said,
point-
it would have been entertaining to see Clone Leif do a people's elbow on an elk.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about airborning him above them and just letting him fall on them.
try and ride one into submission. Look, I've got one too, Mace!
My own steed.
I liked the idea so much, I went and got myself one.
But I'm not the smartest, so I'm like, I have my own Steve.
Yeah, there you go.
You stick
Is
a
this
clown
thing
nose on it.
seafaring? Because I'm only good at seafaring vehicles.
I hope you like boats, you deer.
Oh, why is it that the fucking mount always gets brought on a boat, right, Fred?
He somehow turns the deer into a boat.
I've attached these
No,
logs
no,
to the
so-
sides.
So since we just left the village, that was actually there was a point where Petya, at one point during his adventures with Magnus, not that the party has been told this, he found himself a horse.
Yep.
And the horse ended up being something we wanted to keep with us, so much so that it ended up being put on a boat and ferried down a river.
Yeah.
Like a canoe,
I would
mind
not
you.
leave
Not
that.
not like
yeah,
a
it was a canoe. It's like,
Petya and his horse in one canoe, and the rest of us going, dude, you're a fucking psycho in the other.
the canoe's about to sink. The water is just barely not
I'd have
coming
picked up
in.
the
Problem,
horse
yeah,
and
the problem
carried
was
it.
he actually had a character that could literally pick the horse up. All right. Regardless, we will continue your path until you reach the area that he roughly says. So at this point, I want Chris, just do me another. I'm on the wrong layer. Do me.
Am I doing a survival or a
yeah,
perception?
do me another. Actually, you can do either or, whichever you prefer. And Fred, give me either or as well, your choice.
22.
Okay, so to start off, your companion Goliath. Hold on one sec. Yeah, okay, actually that's fine. So your new companion here, he basically tells you once you get to this point, he's like, okay, we're in the area, and he starts just kind of looking around with you, trying to find the right place. And what you realize is he kind of leads you over to this giant berm, this almost hill or mountainish section, and he just starts walking kind of the perimeter. And thanks to you guiding them, the group in general, it doesn't take you any time at all to finally find the location that he says that he remembers the flower being in. So roughly, once you get to a certain area, yeah, this should be fine, you guys end up stumbling across something that looks like this. So you guys will once again be coming in from we'll do direct south this time, but you can kind of be a little more westward because you're kind of circling this perimeter. And as you see these items, they're kind of, just blocking line of sight. And we're going to I'll clean them up once you guys are kind of on the map, show you what you can see. Because as you can see, this is a sizable map. So yeah, this is about the area where pretty much your new Goliath companion just says, this is it, we're here. So if you have any questions, better to turn to him. But otherwise, at this point, let's do initiative rolls just for exploring the area. Go back to that because it worked pretty well in the one shot. Keeping things ordered.
This
Mallow.
guy.
24.
Yes, sir.
Mallow he said, me!
I'm going. No one else. Me only.
It didn't even fucking roll.
You guys
it at-
all rolled above 20.
Oh no, it does. It just automatically.
Bitch
gives
jumping
me...
into the abyss!
Oh, that's nice. It just automatically gives me the proper one. That's sweet.
Why do you have 0.18?
It's my dex modifier.
Dexterity.
Yeah. Makes it easier to tell if two people roll the same
Oh, okay.
You need to get that dog a
number.
hammock.
I need a mace
Luna.
initiative roll.
Sorry, initiative.
I'm sorry I didn't click my character, by the way.
You are fine. It doesn't matter
You're
for this.
forgiven.
Damn.
Chill.
Get him out of
Well,
the way
I
now.
guess I'm not getting a crit on this fight.
Or you're all the crits.
How do you deal with 2 crit initiatives? Do we go above
It's
everyone?
the elk.
I mean,
I'm just going to let Mace go before Kara because he crit. That's basically how I'm doing it.
easy enough.
Boy.
Because you have a higher, any roll in general, you'll go higher than him, still Mallow.
The elk has blessed us.
Leif technically also goes before Mace.
This is the elk.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh,
No, that was reserved for a different character.
Yes, I know.
That's Petya's horse.
That is Petya's
Yes, it
horse,
is.
yeah. Well, and I will point out to you, Chris, there's also another character related to Petya who has not shown up. There's a very specific reason those two are not around.
Okay.
And that reason I will tell you later.
Which is slight sidetrack, but I know that Chris has, but have you watched Central World, Chris? Rick?
No, I have not. But I have seen that scene. You've sent it to me.
Yeah. I remember that.
I need... Fred, can you just do me an
season
initiative
1 kind of broke my
roll
brain.
with your character? You can do it to DM.
Rebecca Apples.
There you go.
That's
There he is.
Alright.
Blue Zac rolls.
Yeah, it's fine. Keep your proper spot. Okay, so you guys start to approach, and basically, you kind of tell that with the way that this mound is, a lot of the shadows in this area are much darker. It's probably better for you than not, Mallow. You'll be able to find more, but it does mean that things are a little bit more difficult to see, in terms of at the foot of this mountain. I will uncover a little bit more for you guys from positioning.
I'm gonna immediately. Oh no.
Yeah,
key apples when your horse was actually a polymorph druid with a chaotic evil alignment.
Yeah. Oh, I did that wrong. I need to do this side of it.
I just took you out like 5 minutes ago. Don't start this.
Yeah, man, I feel that.
Don't start this with me. I know you're excited. Well, the problem is now she just goes to the door all the time.
Yep. All right. So technically, first up is Mallow.
Can let me see here. You gotta give me 1 second. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh, I can fucking run up there anyways. Okay. Can I'm asking you. I know you wanted initiative for this. Can I cast Dark Vision and hide, like, and stealth in the same turn?
Can you cast Dark Vision and Stealth in the same turn?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably fine.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna drop 2 of my points, so now I have Dark Vision.
Generally, if we were in true fight, I'll tell you no, just so
Yeah,
that you're aware.
no, I
Because
know.
hide is a true action as well.
Yes,
But
I
in
know.
this instance, you're basically buffing yourself. Then hiding and moving forward is kind of the concept, I'd say. So you're all right. I'll give it to you.
Okay. And then I'm gonna cast it through here because this will cast. Oh no, wait. 26.
Yep, that's fine.
And I'm just gonna move up to there and see what I can see.
Alright.
I think my dark vision is what?
It should be 60 feet, but I'm still just doing it for a certain
Yep,
range.
60 feet. Oh, and this lasts for 8 hours. Hell yeah. I should have done it before my short rest. Fuck!
So your vision on the left is still a little bit blocked by the pillar, but for the most part.
Okay.
There's something on a rock in front of you. That's going to be it for you for this turn, by the way, just so you know.
I can't bonus action? Okay.
Well, I mean, you can do... I guess you could do a bonus action... no, because I gave you the 2 before. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. No,
I'm just
no,
gonna-
that's fair.
I want to
That's
move to someone else at this point. So.
Yep, I got you.
Next
Absolutely
on the
fair.
list is Leif.
Yes. Hell yeah. All right, so I'm just going to dash all the way
Okay.
here.
So,
Fuck it.
that's totally fine. I'm going to tell you... So 5, 10, 15... You will have 15 feet remaining. Once you reach this point, the snow in front of your feet kicks up in a sudden flurry, and you notice that left in front of you is a line in the snow. As a voice rings out from within the darkness somewhere ahead of you, or I should not say the darkness, but the murkiness ahead of you. Step no further. This flower belongs to me.
Daddy? Is that you, Father?
So you can still continue to go forward. You have 15 feet of movement left. That happened before you could go any further than that.
What fucking movement do you have? Jesus.
He dashed, so he did a dash action, so double his normal.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Can I just want to like yell out, just be like, "Who are you?"
Okay, no problem at all. So this time, when you listen closely for the return, you will notice it is coming from this direction. You should be able to see the ping, hopefully. It's in the chart. Yeah, okay. And the answer is, my name is Jinglong Kai, and as I said, this flower is mine.
Do we all hear this, or do they only?
At this point, yes, the voice is very loud and booming. It's echoing mostly throughout this whole valley. I would say Leif is probably the only one who knows which direction it's actually coming from at the moment, though.
Why do you need it?
You, sir, seem like one who is very reasonable, so I will give you a straight answer. My wife's life depends upon it.
Can I like make an insight check?
Yeah, I mean, you can always incite a statement. That's fine.
21.
Is there a specific thing you're trying to figure out?
I'm just his wife needs it.
Mhm.
Her life depends on it. Can I tell if he's telling the truth or is this
It
is
sounded
he
like a statement full of conviction.
full of conviction? Okay.
Okay, I just want to be like, we mean you no harm. Perhaps once the rest of my party comes up here, and I will stop them, we might be able to help you and your wife.
I am willing to speak, but move no further.
Understood. And then I want to turn around and just tell
the
the
other
rest of the
ones.
party. Yeah, just kind of be like, not past me. Stop here.
So
And
in that
I'm gonna
case-
glare
For
at
like
Mallow.
$200.
I'm gonna fucking glare at Mallow.
I just want to ask one question really quick. Did he say step no further?
He told you
Oh,
not to
Jesus
cross the
Christ.
line.
I get that. Did he say step no
He
further?
said not to cross the line.
Okay.
Leif puts a echo right in front of Mallow.
Yeah.
No.
Alright, so if that's the case, we will just wait for Kara and Mace's movement, and as you know, Fred's at the bottom, so...
Yeah, when they come up closer, I'd obviously reinforce the. We gotta
Did
stop
no
here.
further? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys can go ahead and move yourselves to get closer if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll hop down my elk and I'll leave it on this side.
Okay.
And I'll follow along. Obviously, I guess dashing at this point, right? Because I don't have enough
I
movement.
didn't dash.
Yeah,
I'm dashing.
he has
but,
to keep up with you,
yeah.
basically, is what he's saying. Okay, so with you guys at that point, I'm going to unveil a little bit more. Is there anything you want to do as well, Fred? We're just going to be a little free on this rotation.
I was just gonna move up a little bit, and then this is not my challenge. Flower, your challenge.
Was he here last time?
Who?
No man here before,
Ah,
or
sorry.
woman.
I got confused.
And this is where you found it last time as well.
You see straight ahead.
Oops.
No deer seem to have eaten it either.
Fortuitous.
So with more eyes in there, up there, I will reveal more of the area. And you would see sitting on a rock is a man. Currently, as you all approach, although he seems to be just in a meditating pose with his hands in front of him, you would watch as he very quickly kind of flips his right wrist, and a little white bottle appears in his hand. He simply rolls a small ball out into his other palm and flips it into his mouth as he sees all of you approach.
Ball?
Yeah, just a small little ball. If anyone wants to do a perception check, you can kind of try and see what it looks like. And
yeah.
Kara, I need a special perception check from you just because of your passive. We'll see if you see things.
Come on, game. You can do it. You can do it. 20.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm assuming Mace and Leif are looking to see what was what the ball was. Kara, are
Yeah.
you just doing the special check, or are you also checking for what was in his hand? Did we lose him?
I'm not sure.
That's fine. All right, so we'll do it. Honestly, Leif,
Alright,
you
I'm back.
probably can see enough to be able to tell. So we'll start with Mace then. In your instance, Mace, what catches your eye more is actually the bottle. It's not like one that you've necessarily seen the design of. It's a small white. It almost looks like a porcelain vase, but it's much tinier. Looks like it would just fit in one hand.
Sort of like a cork bottle type thing?
Yeah, so the best way I could explain it, do you know what a takuri is? So the better way to say it is, have you ever had sake served to you, like
I
hot
have,
sake
yes.
at a restaurant, like a Japanese restaurant? That
Yeah.
little jar that it comes in? It
Uh-huh,
looks
okay.
very similar to that. It doesn't have a pour spout. The top is much more truncated, and it actually looks like it's something that could be corked to be a containing bottle. But the shape is very similar to that. It fits in the palm of the hand. It's just a little white bottle. The orb that rolled out, you could see something roll out, but you couldn't really make out too much in terms of detail, especially with the lighting. Leif, you barely were able to tell with your special orc eyes that it looked yellow, the ball. But that's about all you could see. Kara, in terms of you, there's supposed to be a visible aura that I can't seem to get working right for some reason. Oh, I know why. Hold on. Yep, I'm just an idiot is why. There we go. So Kara, you would actually notice that beyond this hole is actually a small bit of light has been kind of tumbling out now that you're deep enough to see. And I'm going to reveal a little bit more for you because of that.
Yeah, that's within my range.
So now that you've noticed the light and your eyes are kind of more adjusted to this kind of dim area underneath this hill, you see a campfire in the distance. And that's a 20 on perception. So I would tell you as well with that, you can also kind of see in the right kind of, so there's like a, you can see a divot, like a, it clearly is a campsite. There's a fire back there, right? Kind of around this left wall, where you can't really see, there's kind of a pocket there, it looks like. There just looks to be like what looks like the bottom half of a staff or something, just somewhere around that corner, sticking out from around the corner. Like I said, did you want to also check the thing in his hand?
I think it was still Mace's turn. I haven't really done much yet.
No, I know, but
so-
everyone had a perception chance that they could check to see what was rolled into the hand, and then you had that special check.
All right, so if this didn't count as that, then I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah, it's
nothing
two
gained
distinct
by
things.
nothing lost by doing it.
Yeah,
so.
if I'm giving everyone the chance, I might as well keep it fair. Yeah, so in your
26.
instance, you're very easily able to see not only is it what looks like a little yellow ball that seems something like a pill almost, it actually has black lines and swirls all across it. And then he kind of downed it as you guys all kind of congregated at that line. With that, though,
This is the potion that he's drinking?
it's not a potion. He rolled a little ball out onto his hand and then ate the ball.
Okay, I thought this was.
He
the
did have a
potion
jar
then.
that the ball came from, but that quickly kind of entered his hand. He rolled the ball out, ate the ball, and then the jar disappeared.
Okay.
With that, it is technically Mallow's turn, but I'm going to say, I will offer, Leif did say everybody group up and then he'll take the next step, so if you're going to let him do that, then it'll be Leif's turn instead. And you can just kind of do something in response.
I'm gonna hold my action until after Leif's turn.
Perfect, yeah. We'll let you respond to what Leif does. So go ahead.
So is everyone heard what he was saying about his? Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just look at everybody and say tell them what he said, which they probably heard, and just say I told him we might be able to help with his wife.
And you made such an assurance without consulting with us?
Well, it's that, or it instantly would have turned into a fight with him. So perhaps there's a less violent option this time.
Look at you.
Perhaps I have turned over
And you leave?
a small leaf.
A new echo.
Yeah! The fucking Miami sunglasses. CSI Miami.
I'm gonna look up at that guy and just be like, "What's wrong with your wife?
She has been poisoned.
By what?"
And I actually need to look up the proper name of this so that if it comes up later. Un momento.
What's wrong with your wife, man?
Yeah, She's an idiot.
Better way.
She
We can't
stumbled
help you with that.
She
You trying to
stumbled her
fight?
way out of the kitchen once, and there were consequences. It's like, all right, this guy's going down. Fuck him.
He dies.
Yeah.
Kara, calm down.
Okay. This one's a mouthful, but so your question specifically was what by? What was your phrasing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was poisoned with inferno blood lava worm poison. The person that did it, I'm not sure. I will find them later, but her life comes first.
So you're treating her with this flower, rock, ice thing?
She was stricken with a poison that is of the utmost strength of the fire element. So it is utmost that I make her a pill from something of the strongest ice element to counteract it. Thus the Frost Jade Flower.
Not to be rude here, sir, but would it be safe to assume you have no access to, restorative magic of any kind?
I was waiting for you to just say modern medicine.
It is an interesting question you propose. What you refer to as modern magic does not exist in the realm that I am from. What I am doing is the closest that I currently have.
Okay, he said realm. Can I detect portal to see if there's a planar
You can
gap
absolutely
here?
detect portal, and Kara, as a character, would most certainly latch onto that topic.
Okay.
Detect portal is what range?
1
Well, actually,
mile.
you know what? I'm just going to tell you outright. Unless you're covering the whole Icewind Dale, you're not sensing it near here. It's not from near here.
Okay. Just, here's other plane. Kara immediately like, come again?
I am not from this world. I have traveled here through a world crack, and I have found, thankfully, that which I sought in doing so. And he just, once again, kind of gestures towards the flower.
Do you need the whole flower?
What I need is the nectar that the flower will produce upon blooming. I will not require any sort of taking of the roots, but the flower itself is mine. And it is not to be disturbed until it blooms.
It would be handy if we had some sort of druid around, huh?
Oh man.
Oof.
If only we had a druid.
What would the druid do?
Well,
Talk to the
so
flower.
yeah, well,
I mean, it's not a mushroom.
Grow, flower,
there's a
grow!
spell-
Go, flower, grow!
Just dancing around it.
Yeah, that's the best part is Pluzak would absolutely do that. He would do it for days and nights, and afterwards, probably like, why is nothing happening? I was just dancing. I don't know. What did you expect from me? I don't know. I'm not some sort of weird flower shaman. I grow mushrooms. What the fuck do you want
This
from me?
is just my flower dance.
This is
I
the
thought
dance
something would
that I
happen.
do for mushrooms. I thought maybe it would help.
Hera would look over to our planar jumping guest and, you didn't come here alone, did you?
Define the question. I came to your realm alone.
So there's no one back by the fire there?
Oh, there is. I have a companion with me now. But I did
What
not
the-
come to this realm with a companion.
Are they from your realm?
No.
well,
He's
no,
from
he
here.
just said so.
Well, he said he didn't come here with that person from the
Oh,
realm. Doesn't mean
okay.
they couldn't have come at a different time.
You always come at a different time.
I always come
Never
first.
together.
If you're not first, you're last. I got taught that.
Okay,
And
Ricky Bobby.
I'm never last.
The fact that casual sex exists means that somewhere there is a competitive sex.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
we
at my
That's
house.
what Leif's. That's what
Come
Leif's
on,
into.
come on down.
Yeah.
Chris, we held off for you, Chris.
What you don't understand is I could sleep through the apocalypse.
That's
can't.
true.
No, well, I didn't. Nobody told me that.
Yeah.
God
Now you
damn
know
it.
for next time.
Damn it. Next time you won't be so lucky.
Or will I?
What are you doing? Get out of my bed!
No. Chris would be more the type who's so asleep that he just rolls over onto your wife, girlfriend, I forget if you're married, tits, and is just like, oh, it's a better pillow.
Just, you hear the straightening of my spine.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, man.
Ooh, snack.
All right. Regardless.
Well,
So...
I don't think we quite have time to wait for this flower to bloom unless it's doing so in the next day or so.
That's
So-
something I am not sure of. We have already been camping
Right.
out here for several.
Rake.
Yes.
So, it's a bit of a difficult question,
Mhm.
but him having mentioned the exact ailment that his wife suffers from,
Mhm.
it being poisoning,
Mhm.
albeit really strong, rare alien poisoning, would this get rid of it? Would I know if it would get rid of it?
Oh, but I have something that can.
it would.
You
remove
would
one
not
person.
know if it would get rid of it because he's already kind of stated that in terms of what you guys are considering, basic magic, he doesn't have knowledge of what you can do and how it would affect, things in his, that he's.
Well,
You'd
there's
have
also
to
the fact
essentially.
that
I guess the
this-
answer is you would have to try it, and
Right.
I'm not sure there's any way for you to determine. Because I guess let's put it this way: if you want to do some sort of like a history check to see if Mace has ever heard of this poison to determine if you would know off the top of your head if this would work, that might
So
be
how
an
about
answer,
this
but
instead then? Whatever strongest
some
poison
medicine
I
check
know
would work
about,
too.
right?
Mhm.
Would I know with absolute certainty that my lay on hands would get rid of that poison?
I would say, well, see, the problem is I don't know. I guess let me refer to your own knowledge for a second. Are there poisons in terms of base D&D, this world, that would not be curable by a lay on hands? Because I know the answer for this other
It's up
world.
to DM.
I just don't know if that exists within the true realm
So
of D&D. Like we're in.
baseline, if you're talking about something that exists as an like an additive of sorts, no, there is nothing that explicitly states that can not be cured by X, Y, or Z. There
Yeah.
are effects and curses that can be essentially mixed and matched,
Mhm.
but as a base item, no.
So then I would say your answer to that question is Mace would not know of any poisons from this realm that he would not be able to cure with lay on hands.
That said, of course, he's missing.
Yeah, it's just your knowledge would end there. Is I think that
Yeah.
yeah. So whether or not that answers this problem is something unknown to you, but you have a good knowledge base in terms of what you know.
So, I guess what I would do is I'd ask him. I do possess some restorative qualities, and I'd be willing, if not interested, in helping you, or at least attempting to help you with your wife's ailment,
So
in the off chance that it might afford us ownership of the flower.
Yeah, so he looks over at you, and he kind of looks between you and Leif and Kara, and he just kind of he nods once gently, but then says to you, "I wish it were so easy. If it was as simple as restoration, my wife would have been able to heal herself. She is by far the best at that we have ever known, being blessed by the power of the phoenix. But when even phoenix fires are not enough to cool this poison, it requires only that which we know will work for certain."
How about this? And Kara will hold up the bottle that I described in the message.
Yeah, so what level of potion is that?
It is a very rare, so it's a purple, and it is called the Potion of Vitality. When you drink it, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you.
Damn.
Where the hell did you get
So
that?
he would.
I have had this since
Yeah, it's been a while. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
the
it was-
poison.
I've had
very
this since
early on
the
in the campaign.
start of the campaign, basically.
Yeah, it's very early on. Something that he would narrow his eyes at you. "Bring it here, girl, or toss it if you do not mind. The rest of you are to stay behind the line."
So this line, right?
Yes.
Has he seen me, by the way? Do I know if he's seen me?
Not as far as you're aware, but you're not aware.
Is it a line in the snow that it looks like someone drew it with their foot or something, or is it like a
Yes,
glowing
actually.
like?
It looks not like someone drew it with their foot, but almost as if someone had taken perhaps,
Like a stick?
yeah, or even a blade and very quickly slashed a line in the snow. However, none
So
of you
it would
necessarily saw
over time be like fading, I assume.
Sort of, yes. But it's still pretty distinct. It was cut pretty deep to it to begin with, and it kind of, if anything, you would have all seen kind of the spray up of snow too. It seemed like something forceful almost creating that
And
line.
while I'm over here, I'm also using the opportunity to see who's over there.
Okay, so in that case, first and foremost, as you approach him, what is it? You're just gonna hand him this bottle?
I'm going to hold it out for him to see, and if you have a cup, I can pour a small amount of it into it for you to try.
Oh, it will not be required if you would simply let me handle it for a moment.
And she'll hold the bottle upturned on her palm.
He will reach one hand around its stem and the other down to its cork. He will uncork it and then waft the effects of it towards his nose and take a deep inhalation and then cork it again. He sits there for a moment with his breath held before exhaling deeply and stating, "This is an incredibly powerful potive, but without trying it, I would not be sure. And honestly," he glances kind of past you towards the flower, "I know that will work."
How do? Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
he's just using base logic essentially.
If I may explain our reasoning for it, and she'll close her hands around the bottle and put it back in her bag.
Behind
We
the
have been
line, if you would.
And she will walk
she
back.
she walks a full like 30 feet back.
And she'll turn back satisfied.
Enough, yes.
And
Oh, and sorry, give me another perception roll to see what
Now
you've
you gotta-
seen in the past the past his rock while you were over there.
Now you're talking louder too. So since I have to talk all the way back here,
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
you would have noticed that it was indeed some sort of a staff leaning against the rock, and there was no person back there as far as you could tell.
And I
But,
would be able
yeah.
to tell with a 24.
Yep. So it's just the staff leaning against the rock. I will tell you the top half of the staff was still kind of obscured by where it was leaning, but as far as you can tell, it's just a staff back there.
We have been tasked by a messenger of a deity to retrieve that flower. It's not something we can lightly abandon.
Nor is the life of my wife something easily abandoned by me. If we are at an impasse, I do not mind the victor taking it. Just be prepared, for if you do not walk away, you may never.
I offer an alternative, but you do not want to test it. Why are you so certain that that flower would work? And if you are not of this realm, how do you even know of the flower in the first place?
Yeah, so that's the thing. So he kind of takes a deep breath, and you can tell that he's contemplating for a minute, but considering all that he's already said, he realizes it's not really worth hiding anything. So what he tells you is, the land I come from often has items of other worlds tumble in, and people of our world tumble out. It is not of outside the norm for one to stumble across many world cracks in my realm. Whether or not you are able to make it back, now that is what determines your worth. Because of this, it is oft that we find both beasts and items alike that we know nothing of. So it is very important to us that we record everything that does in any history books that we create. There are many records, alchemy records, of ingredients that would create the sort of potion that I need, just as there are many records of the sort of poison that has stricken my wife. We have seen them in the centuries that have passed, and thus that knowledge has been passed down to us, so we know these things today. Now, the Frost Jade Flower is not necessarily the only thing that would be a worthwhile ingredient for me, but it is the first I have found, and I am not letting it go.
Suffice to say, we are at an impasse then.
I will tell you, you have been kind people, so it does hurt me to say so. But yes, if you require this flower, and I require this flower, then we are at an impasse.
Kara will look back to the group and just kind of tilt her head to one side.
Okay, so if that is what is going to come to,
I'm looking for their opinion.
oh,
I haven't
I thought
said
that was
anything.
I thought that was the neck crack to start the fight.
Nope, she's turned to them and just kind of cocked her head off to the side like, I've done my bit.
I want to look at the guy and ask him, are there things in this realm that would heal your wife besides this flower from your alchemy books?
I know not. The reason I came here is because I could feel the cold energy coming through World Crack. However, I knew not what would be on this side, nor did I know that I would even be able to find an ingredient that would suffice. I simply have been searching long and hard, in hopes that it would be here. The power of my fate has saved me before in the past, and I knew it would do so again, and it seems it has.
Did you say fate or faith?
Fate, F-A-T-E.
Okay. So, I would, I guess, hopefully, slightly discreetly, whisper to Kara and ask her how she would gauge this guy in terms of combat ability. Because she's the experienced one in that regard.
Well,
If you want to do like a perception roll, I'll let you get some insight,
I
maybe
will
insight.
attempt to Chooser of the Fallen.
So we kind of switched that to the Einherjar dice at this point.
It hasn't gone into writing on the armor yet,
Yeah,
so
because
I
I'd have to
wasn't sure.
rebuild it. I will tell you, I will let you do, what was it for Chooser? Insight or perception? I forget what we...
Perception.
Yeah, so go ahead, you can do a perception check, but realistically all it's going to do is just determine whether it will let you kind of size him up, but it's not really going to let you, get advantages or disadvantages or anything.
I'm throwing. This is like the past
This
2
is the
months.
night.
Yeah,
This has
even
been
the
the
one
past
shot
2
too.
months of me not rolling high.
Yeah, the one shot as well was fucking phenomenal too for you.
We're just not in combat yet.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
As soon as we hit combat, it's
So,
done.
as you kind of turn back and give this man another once-over, you realize, more than anything, he has been looking out over your group, casting his gaze across all 4 of you. And you still see it happening now, yet not a single twitch seems to be occurring in his muscles. He's completely composed. His hands are just kind of in his lap right now, and he is just staring out, ready.
Kara will look back to Mace, not even try to hide. He's confident he could take all of us, no problem.
Okay, well, that being the case, I'd I would think and say that
Prize! Ah!
It's just
Pocket Tan.
dashes in. Ah! Throws Chance. They never expect the thrown weapon.
The thrown warhammer. Yeah, probably not.
I choose to kinetically impel that and send it faster.
So if he's confident enough to be able to take all of us. Oh, right, that's where I was going with this. So he says, as soon as he says, I felt the cold energy, and I knew that would work.
Mm-hmm. Or he didn't necessarily know it would work, but yeah, his fate would drive him to an item. Essentially, was his statement.
Okay, so immediately Maze would say, "How about the heart of the Frostmaiden?"
An interesting prospect. I know not if it would work. If you can bring it to me, then I would trade it for the flower, as long as it has not bloomed before then. But I cannot guarantee that. For once it blooms, I will utilize it and go back to save my wife. The sooner, the better.
I see. Well, I at least figured it would be worth mentioning that.
It is a
we are
very interesting
currently-
prospect. The heart of a god to one who is already blessed by a phoenix. But I cannot simply claim so.
Metal Gear Solid exclamation point over Kara's head. How do you know Oral's nature?
It only takes some asking around the 10 towns. You know they sacrifice people to her, correct?
It just
Yes,
you
we've been
struck
to
me
one of
as
those.
someone who came here.
We've
and
been
just
to Burning
ran-
Man, okay?
You just struck me as someone who
Burning
ran
Man!
towards what
Goliath.
the prize was. One would speak.
The prize being what? Killing Oral? If that is your goal, then best of luck to you. I think I have made mine evident.
Well, you'll forgive me for thinking of the concept of we scratch your back, you scratch ours.
No, and as I have tried to express, I do thank you for your cordiality. But, as we have discussed, the only thing at this point that I am guaranteed is the flower. Guaranteed would work. Sorry, it's probably the better way to phrase that. But
So, did you end up finding out anything about whoever's behind back there, or there's no one?
There is no one currently by the fire. I did not see anyone.
with a 28.
Yeah.
Actually,
that
it was a
the
26.
but it's still a 20-something,
26.
yeah. So at
Well,
this
I am
point,
stunned.
are you guys pretty much, I think everyone's pretty much aware it's probably going to come to a fight. You guys are good with just switching to the full initiative, or do you want to ask any more questions, try anything else?
Am I near shadows? You said that
Well,
this was fairly more
There's a
shadowed.
large shadow right behind him, just so you know.
Yes,
That is true. Most of the
And-
map shadows will say are correct. I would say if you moved a step closer to the pillar that you're next to, that pillar is got shadows all over it that you could step into. You still need to find an object that's going to cast a shadow, but anywhere next to that pillar. So
Can I
like
go here?
you could go you could go towards the rock. You could go even like here would be good. Here would be good. Anywhere next to the pillar. Oh, I see. So it might not be as close as you want.
Yeah, because I want to get behind him. So it's like if I can get if can I go there and
So
from here to here?
yeah, I mean yeah.
If-
We'll
if
figure it out in
not,
a
I
sec.
can do.
So
Oh,
it
yeah,
just
I was
there's nothing else that you guys want to try and chat about, right?
Um,
I'm just going
But
to
it
reset our.
seems like
I'm gonna
there's
reset
no
our
other
initiative and
alternative,
just-
so...
Okay. Okay.
I
So we'll
mean,
let you keep your
Caro-
numbers. I'm just going to reset our initiatives to the start. So
Ooh, oh no, I want to ask him something real quick.
Go for it.
You're gonna make pills from this flower?
That is correct.
Are they the same pills that you took?
No, what I took is quite different.
If I may ask, what exactly was that?
Assurance.
Those steroids.
Great. That's fucking great.
I'm not sure that's how steroids work, but yeah.
LSD?
Your wife is back in your realm?
That is correct.
But you said your friend's here?
Yes, he was resting. I am not sure what he will do once the commotion starts. That is up to him.
If I may make a recommendation before we start, because it does feel we are going that way.
That is fine. I have one of my own.
We don't fight near the flower.
Agreed. And I will warn you now. He steps off the rock at this point, and he's going to throw his heavy clothing off. So you can kind of see in his portrait he's got like a big jacket on over some other clothing. The underneath clothing seems like a much more simplistic robe, and he would also uncover this kind of necklace of like orbs. Think like almost like a Buddha necklace if you've seen them.
Anal beads.
Yeah, big ones. So let me.
Oh, wait a second. Wait, what is the fucking Street Fighter? Not Street Fighter.
So
yeah.
and as he steps forward, he
Kuma?
simply
Yeah, Kuma.
he starts to actually
No,
glow
not good.
a kind of golden light that obscures his form for just a fraction of a second, and then seems to rapidly change it. And as it warps, you would notice that his figure becomes much more like what you have seen before. An elongated dragon-like snout, claws on his fingers, a lengthy tail growing from his rear end, and at the back of his cloak, not his cloak, his jacket, or robes is the better term, which once you get a glimpse at it, you would notice is actually threaded so that it has two gaps in the back. There are these kind of not necessarily small, but not necessarily large wings that grow from his back, as he simply roars at all of you. It is best not to face against a dragon in need. And
We've
you will
killed two.
start the fight there.
And
So
dragon.
Mallow, you are top of the turn order.
Nice. Can I go take a piss real quick?
Yeah, go right ahead. And actually, before we get too deep, Mallow, I also need to get the dogs their bones, so let me just go do
Yep.
that quick as well.
I'm gonna go take my dog out.
All right, perfect.
Good timing on all that.
All right, scatter like the wind. Go.
Why couldn't I play this guy?
Plot twist: if we defeat him, you get to absorb his character into you.
Like way better than a Parhan.
You know what? That would be cool. Like if I had a guest on my campaign, I would love to have them be like the enemy.
Right?
Hell yeah. Give me a buzz. I can play a villain.
Buzz Aldrin.
Lightyear.
No, he's just a gangster. There's completely different there. He's the only astronaut I've ever heard of that punches out reporters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they deserve this.
Exactly. I'm gonna go pour myself a bowl of chips. I shall return.
So we're all fucked, right?
I mean, do you have another character to play?
Uh,
Well, we can all be.
dragons.
No, we can all be. Goliath guide number 2.
The rest of the campaign is us
What?
just living out in the tundra.
One of you guys can turn into my character that I'm playing.
It's just Pluzak's campaign after that. He returns
guys-
to a dead
You guys
party.
can take all my dead characters.
I was trying to figure out a way to not fight this dude, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't know. That's I don't know what else. I didn't know what else to do there.
So, the thing is, if he's legitimately a dragon and not like a dragonborn of some description, then we may be royally fucked. That said, most dragons are kind of meh polymorphed. So, I guess we'll have to see. Granted, he appears to be a monk anyway, so it would still be a tough fight. And if he's confident he can take all of us despite action economy at once, he's either confident he can down one or two of us before the first round of combat's over, or he's just very hard to hit.
Can I throw a net on him? Do you have a net? I have one left. Like, can we tie him up? If we put him in a net, can we then tie him? If we all just go up there and he's netted, can we just overpower him and tie him up?
Yeah, I mean that's a.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, that's why the net
Everyone
is
grapples
the
them?
most deadly weapon in D&D.
I have one left that hasn't been destroyed.
So
Second-
here's the thing. Based purely on the portrait, he appears to be a bronze dragon or a copper dragon. And if that is the case, he breathes fire.
Incoming
So-
net incinerated.
All right. We got everyone? Or is
Oh,
Matt,
so.
except for Harrison.
I had to go tracking down my headphones. Got ourselves a fight song. Excuse me, a fight song that I like. But I can't listen to it if I don't want it in the recording. So I'll put it on in my other ear. I will also warn you guys, this is going to be probably a pretty tough fight.
Our strategy comes to fruition.
Not if it comes to fruition. No, we'll see. Mace is going to put his bag of holding in your bag of holding. You guys just going to nuke the whole area.
It's
Hope Flower
no,
survives.
we're saving that for oral. We already agreed on that.
He's saving it for oral. That's right. And the campaign ends. Someone's got to find Kara's body, and that's how we're going to continue out the latter half.
Well,
a whole
that's
new
kind of
a
the-
whole new party just uncovers her in the ice.
See,
I pluck
The
out a
whole-
single flower and give it to them. Like, use this to revive me.
the whole bag of holding in bag of holding is always overblown as like the ultimate nuke.
Oh,
It's
it's
just
just
like
realistically-
10-foot hole.
Doesn't it
Realistically,
just
all
have
it
a
does
die
is
roll?
teleport you to the astral plane.
Oh, is that? I thought it actually had a die roll associated with it as why, which is so you could always fuck it up. But
Not as far as I know, but no, as I understand it, everything in whatever radius the effect happens in, just gets instantly teleported to the astral plane. No saves, no nothing.
so basically,
So-
what you're telling me is, in the world of D&D, they have actually built in a way to isekai yourself.
Well, the astral plane is kind of.
It's the
like,
realm of ghosts and shit, right? Sort of.
Well, yes, that too, but it's essentially like the Phantom Zone, you know?
Mhm.
There is
Gotta catch 'em
nothing.
all.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta catch 'em all because he's Danny Phantom.
Yes. I mean,
I'm back.
Welcome back. I think that's everyone, yeah?
Yes. As long as Chris is still here.
I mean, I never left. I was commenting.
You still here, Fred?
Yep. I'm here.
Awesome. Alrighty.
did you mean guard number 2?
You guys get yourselves a nice little battle song. Anyone who knows and can name what this is from gets 10 experience.
What the fuck?
Otherwise, it is top of the turn with Mallow.
Oh yeah, I can get over there. I'm gonna pop over here.
Okay.
Now, I'll be honest. I have no idea what song this is from, but if I had to guess, I'd say Mega Man.
No, this is a American song.
Can I
Interesting
pop
choice,
on
though.
top of the rock?
Oh, this
Um,
I know this from somewhere.
You can pop up behind the rock and jump over it, or go over it. I mean, it's a rock that is big enough you could see this guy sitting on top of it, but he was able to just kind of pop off it without needing to climb down or anything. So it's not huge.
Okay. No, I'm going to bonus action shadow step to here,
Okay,
and then pop over it and attack him.
go for it.
So I get advantage.
Mhm.
On my bow staff.
That will not hit.
And second attack. I did not mean to do
That will-
17.
That's okay. Oh, that's right. It's only the first one that will not hit.
Okay.
So the first one, you kind of swing and you watch as almost as if at the last second, or actually, hold on, I gotta check a stat quick. It might be a little different on that. Oh, okay, never mind. So as you move in, you lift your staff up and swing at him, and you watch as he kind of sways forward. And dodges the first blow with relative ease, and then as you swing the second one, he just reaches an arm back and blocks the second blow without issue. Almost never even really turning to look at you. Anything else?
That's bonus action.
Yeah,
An
I think it's
action.
movement as well, yeah. So
Yeah, that's everything. Besides my reaction, so.
or you could say something to your team, but same thing, yeah. Alright, in that case.
Fucking kill him!
Yeah. Leif, you're up.
Okay. Well done. Let's
Wait, so did you not hit with the 24?
He didn't have advantage on the second
He
one,
didn't have it. Yeah.
so it was just a
Ah,
17.
okay.
But the 17 did not hit. No. So information there.
I'm gonna push you over to here, pop an echo up,
Mm-hmm.
and then attack him.
Alrighty.
With advantage.
It's a crit.
A crit will most certainly hit. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Shadow Leif is still in top form.
And then it's an extra D.
Well, but this is Shadow Leif number 573, not 573. Or sorry, 571. I meant to say, but you know how it goes.
We didn't talk about that one.
Yeah. No, the one we don't talk about is 568. 6'9" was a cool dude.
He's still out
Was
there.
the one that got.
He's
that
still
hit
out there.
Kara.
Okay, so 14.
then I
I
think-
think you get one more die on that as well,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
think-
not.
I think
it's
so.
not both d6. It's just one d6, I think. But still, go ahead and roll it. Okay. Good hit. So, yeah, you run up close and you see as he kind of turns his head to glance at you, with one of his now vertically slit dragon eyes, its intimidating presence just glaring down on you, and he sees you kind of get close, but not too close, and all of a sudden your echo just appears next to him, which he's very surprised by, enough so that you get that critical hit in. But you find that as your greatsword, or your echo's greatsword, hits his chest, while it does tear open his clothes, it meets the scales and finds a lot more resistance than you would have expected. Definitely still strikes true, and you see cracked scales left behind, but you actually don't even see any blood drawn. Just cracked scales. You definitely damaged him, not to lead you astray. I'm just saying he
Right.
seems like a tough opponent.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit him again.
Mm-hmm.
21.
That will not hit.
Oh, great. That's
What?
great.
Normally, I will tell you, normally that would hit. That will not currently hit.
Oh my
Dispel
God.
magic.
I'm
Hey,
going
where's my
to.
dragon's main sword?
I'm gonna step
Right.
Turn back
one
time.
back because I had 5 feet of movement left. So it was 25.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna look back at Kara and Mace and just be like, "It's a challenge. This is it. This is the challenge."
Super spicy.
Super bad.
You look
Oh,
over,
yeah.
you
Yeah, I
look over
forgot
your
about this
shoulder,
too.
Leif, after saying that, looking for your new Goliath partner to back you up, and you realize, for some reason, they've disappeared. And when you finally track them down, they are just furiously hammering their cock, just like, "This is the coolest challenge I've ever seen. This is turning me on so much." They're fighting some sort of weird dragon human hybrid. That means someone fucked a dragon at some point. Man, this is the hardest challenge ever.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's rubbing it together like he's trying to light a fire.
You see sparks.
actually melted
You
the
actually
snow
see,
around him.
yeah. He's actually at this point. He's gotten himself so hot with friction. He just starts fucking the rock. It's melting underneath him. It's like,
This guy thinks he
okay.
has a chance.
Okay. In all seriousness, with none of that actually happening, because that character's turn has not occurred yet. I think that's anything else, Leif? You summoned 2 attacks. I think that's it, right? Actually, yeah, you
Yeah,
have movement, so you're good. So I believe Mace, you're up.
Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. So I cannot outright reach him, which means I will get at least as close as I can, and I guess I will. He would like this, just succeed anyway. So I'll just.
Don't say that.
I mean, it's a cantrip. It was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
chance
I
of
missed
just-
which cantrip you were rolling. He needs to succeed on a what saving throw?
No, he's not. He's not doing. I'm not doing
Yeah, he
anything
hasn't
just
done it yet. He's
Ah,
talking
sorry.
to himself. Yeah.
I was looking something
Yeah.
up, and then I heard it's just a cantrip. He'll probably succeed. I'm like, oh, he's got to roll. Hold on.
Okay, so what I am going to do is use my bonus action to do Hexblade Curse on him.
Okay. Critical on
And
19 or 20. Good. Okay. So that's just
my main action is going. I guess I'm just going to firebolt him, and not much else I can do.
Go for it.
Let's say it meets.
A 22 does not quite. Very close though.
Oh my god.
Like I said, this is gonna be a tough one.
It was a fun campaign, boys.
Anybody chromatic mage or wizard?
Yeah, really.
Go back in time.
Okay, so that's it. I'm assuming Mace movement bonus. Yeah, I don't think you got anything left.
Yeah, that's
so,
it for me.
Kara, you are up now. Oh,
I'm wondering
never
what I could even really do right now if our heaviest hitters can't hit unless it's a crit. Well, no action like the present. I'm going to go Radiant Soul, so I'll burn my action to do that. And I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark this individual.
Yep, bonus action Hunter's Mark. Okay.
And I will get to here, and I will action surge to get my attacks because I burned my entire action to do the Radiant Soul.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it.
And attack number 1 will not hit.
Nope.
And attack number 2 will not hit.
Just because I kind of have tuned the difficulty a certain way, do another. Say that's your first attack with advantage because you guys do have him surrounded. And
Okay.
you could do another with advantage on this. I have this fight tuned pretty specifically, so
25.
advantage will come and go freely. Yes, and I will tell you both of those would have hit. Either or would have hit.
Okay.
So yes, you can.
So 22 didn't hit and 23 did, so we know the number now, guys.
There you go. Yeah, so that you
That's
both of
great.
us-
Yeah, we just gotta roll it then.
Yeah, let's just say I tend to look at the statistics and design this pretty specifically.
That's pretty good.
Crit failure 15. What?
So that was just the Hunter's Mark die.
Okay, yeah, I know. Just use it.
So that means in order to hit him,
damage
most
is
of us have to
piercing.
roll.
Mm-hmm.
7 is Radiant.
Okay, hold on. So 7.
All right,
is
so let me
radiant.
just break down the number.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is all
I actually
force damage.
and actually I need this for everyone who has anything that's even in general. This character
Actually,
does have
Rick,
some.
I need to make a correction.
That's fine. we
All
can
of this is force damage.
You're changing it all? That's good. That's fine. So let me put that back. Anyone who does do damage, be specific about what type. This character does have some defenses. So this is all force. Okay.
This
so
is all
then
force damage.
It all turns just to 23 force. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Beautiful. Very nice.
And
So much like Leif, as you connect with that second hit, you kind of feel that the scales are just very sturdy scales. So you know you're kind of shocked almost like
what
hitting
is he
stone.
made of? Okay.
He's made of scales currently.
No, just no. That's anyway. Brain. And I'm going to fly up into the air 5 feet
Okay, let me see.
and back
something.
5 feet. So I'm up 5 and,
Oh, that's
and
right.
back 5.
You're mobile. Okay.
Yep.
I was going to see if you had any reactions worth doing, but that is not possible anyway.
This isn't a Karate Kid song, is it?
No.
Okay.
You're kind of on the right track though.
This is an 80s kung fu movie of some kind. I know that.
It's just Enter the Dragon.
It's not Big Trouble in Little China.
It's
is
not. It's not Enter the Dragon. Enter the
Oh.
Dragon, I think, is a Bruce Lee movie.
100%. It's the one
Yeah.
that's got.
It's not a Bruce Lee movie.
I think that's the one with the tower. That's got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in it. Yeah.
I don't remember which is which, honestly, but
Well, they renamed a bunch of them too and reproduced
re-released
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you are good, Kara?
That's everything I can do.
Yeah. How high up did you fly?
5. I went 5 up and 5 back. So I'm still within reach very easily. I'm only 5 feet up.
Yeah, I'm just doing this.
Well, you're 5 up and 5 away.
Just to remind us.
And then you got to put a 1 in that one square.
Yeah.
5 divided by 5 is 1.
Yeah, I'm not doing divided voice. and I'm not busting out the calculator to do the hypotenuse right now, so I'm just doing that as a
Oh my
reminder of how
gosh.
far she's got to move.
I thought we were playing real D&D.
I'm sorry.
What is
You
this
know what? You're right,
D&D
Harrison. We should be
bullshit?
bigger nerds.
Math D&D.
Listening to a martial arts movie song while playing dice and beat 'em up. Yeah,
It is.
we need
it
more
the-
math.
I'm over.
Is it
I'm
the
at my
ninjas?
job doing
The movie is not the
engineering while
ninjas, no.
watching D&D
Well,
every
no,
day.
Three ninjas?
Yeah, that's
So
what I
if
was thinking.
Kara
of, yeah.
is done. That is now its turn proper. So let's
Is that-
see.
What's the movie? What's the ninja movie with Chris Farley?
So
Three ninjas.
Yeah.
Bro,
Oh.
let's see. He's going
was that
to
Beverly Hills Cop or
shift
something?
was Beverly
5
Hills Ninja.
feet this way.
Oh.
And then swing out at Mallow
Was it Beverly
first.
Hills Ninja? Yeah, Beverly Hills Ninja.
Mallow, what is your AC?
Oh, 15.
Okay, so he'll beat with a 16.
54 damage.
78 damage. What
will-
was that playing with
he
you
will-
guys?
Oh, waiting for
He
it.
will max damage roll this hit for 11
Oh.
damage. And he is going to grab you while he does so and shift you 5 feet this way. And then, having done that, he is going to shift 5 more feet this way.
So
I'm
you
gonna
get
hit
an
him.
opportunity
I'm gonna hit
attack.
him.
Go for it. You will not have advantage on this roll because Mallow was moved before.
Come on, baby. Oh, good roll, but
Good roll, but not quite there. So he will
Yeah.
dodge out of the way of your blade as he shifts spaces. And then with his other attack per action on this one, he will... So he kind of glances out at all of you. He sees that Mace is wearing full plate. He sees 2 men that look the same that seem to be wearing some sort of a chainmail or something to that effect. And he's just going to rear back
Continue
his
to beat the
head
shit out of me.
and open his maw, in which
Do
you
it.
all notice... yeah, well, positioning is perfect, right? You all notice a mass of electricity starts to gather. And which tool is it that lets me... There it is, cone. This one is, I think, this. And it is...
Damn it, portrait's deceptive. Wait,
20
hold on.
feet.
Lightning.
Bro's got the best fucking strat I've ever seen in this game. How am I supposed to beat that as a DM, dude? He's just out.
couldn't
I'm
help
done.
it,
I
my
can't
bad.
win.
I just want to make a statement. I shouldn't take full damage because the cone is not fully over
is
my
correct.
space.
That is correct.
That's not how
check?
it works.
No. That's not how it works. But you won't take full damage even if you don't dodge because you have evasion. I fucked up. There was something I was supposed to do there, but I missed. But I'll do it next time.
Wait a second.
Since
Since when do lightning dragons do attacks in a cone?
this one, trust me, this is by the character sheet. This one is actually pretty legit.
I mean, I trust you. Look, I'm not gonna question it.
Yeah.
I'm just
so
curious now.
I will need Mallow.
The answer to your question is I know what subclass he's using.
Yes, that is correct. I will need Mallow, Leif's
Monks
Echo,
get bullshit
and
like
Mace
this?
to all
They
do.
do.
That is correct. One of the
Dex-
monk subclasses. Think about what you're
Dexterity.
fighting, and then go take a look at the subclass, and you'll figure it out pretty quick.
I'll look up later.
Yeah,
Dexterity saving.
Well,
it
here's
throw,
your
is
hint.
a dexterity
Nikita.
saving throw from all of you.
Heyo.
I'll
Wow,
look
look at
for
this
it.
Mallow
Jeez,
fails,
man.
Leif passes.
I'm probably gonna fail.
Yep, you fail.
So I take half, right?
You will take half anyway, Mallow. Yep. And I need one more for your Echo, Leif. Unless you want that one to be for your Echo, and you want.
No, that's definitely for me. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
my echo.
No, that's probably smart of you. Okay. So the other 3 will fail, but Leif himself will pass. So, let me see. That one is...
I take half of half.
You...
No.
No.
Mallow has the
I
exceptions here.
like that you are advocating for yourself more now, though,
Yeah.
buddy. The one
The
shot was really
the
good
code
for you.
was only halfway through my main person.
Oh god, it is.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was. It looked like this.
this one. Yeah, right. Okay.
To quote
So-
the ever
It is only
present and ever
12
loved.
damage total. So Leif, you take 6. Mallow, you take 6. Mace will
My
take
Echo.
12, and the Echo disappears. Perfect. And then after that, he will once again swing out at you, Mallow.
Really quick, because I don't know if we changed days or whatever. Did we get temp hit points?
You will have, yes, you should have your 10 temp hit points. There's been nothing that you've been damaged from that we would have taken
Okay.
that away. So, yeah, you should have had full health and the 10 temp.
Yep. I forgot about it. That's why I was like, I thought I got temps. So I was just making sure.
His
Okay.
face is only shoved halfway through my ribcage.
Yeah. So after that, he kind of brings his head back down quickly and swipes out 2 claws at you, one quickly right after the other, Mallow. The first
I
one...
thought he did an attack against. Okay.
This subclass is powerful.
Well,
That's all
so
I'm
it's
gonna
the sub.
say.
It is absolutely the subclass is powerful, but there is a question that you're trying to ask Mallow that is something that yes you are noticing, but I'm not sure anyone has as a player, like as a character, would know what's going on.
Because I thought he already attacked
You are
twice.
you are
then he
counting
did.
correctly. He is still doing
Okay.
this. Yes. I will tell you that it is within your possibility of figuring it out as a player what is happening at this point.
How do we choose dragon as a character? At the
It's
next
called
D&D
Dragonborn.
campaign?
Yeah.
It is a race. You just didn't know about it at the time.
How can I pick the character that has the I win button?
Yeah. It's easy. You become a DM and then you start making whatever the fuck you want.
Were
Now
those
you understand why the other side of the sheet is so much stronger.
Was
Okay.
that electricity
so-
or were those like missiles of
So,
electricity? that he threw at
Mallow,
me?
you do take, what was that? 8 more damage.
I don't think you can
As
throw
he
Dragon
swings
Breath
that
back.
second claw at you and still hits you, and then he is also at this point, let's see, best option is, yeah, and so he's going to step back down south once, and as he does so, Mace, you actually watch as everything he does so far has been in very much a martial artist's stance. He's standing in a horse stance. Every palm that he has thrown out has been with his whole body. You know, you all are kind of picking up that he's a monk, very much so, even more so than just the players. In this instance, though, he does something strange, where he almost does like a hip check into this other space, Mace, but you realize that what he's doing is actually throwing his hips towards you as his tail lashes out in your direction. But he will not hit you with it with only a 14 roll. So that just kind of gets deflected by your shield. But you quickly realize that he is utilizing his whole body as a weapon, not just what you would normally expect.
Okay.
With that, he will shift himself 5, 10 back over here. And so let me turn this on. Oh, no, sorry, I can't. Yeah, no bonus action. This is right.
Do we get the name of the movie?
Not yet.
No, we still get time to guess. This is round 2. Now you only
you
get
keep
5
guessing.
experience.
I'll basically tell you once the thing's over. That would be a fine color. I need to make it so you can see it because I'm an idiot every time with these radius things. Okay. So, I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Kara, you are not more than 10 feet up off the ground, correct? 5 and 5?
I am only 5 feet, correct.
Yeah, so you are just barely within the edge of this aura, so I need you to do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Do I need
Oh my
to?
god.
Leif's just like, I'm just
No,
back
this is
here
a
now this
single
time.
target thing, but they have to be within this range. So I just wanted to show so that you at least have a concept of being in it. Wisdom save, that is enough. Yep. So as you glare down at this man who has claimed himself a dragon, your mind goes back to the other dragons that you have faced. The first one, the Chardelin dragon, was certainly a fearsome foe, but nothing that you couldn't stand against after a bit of time. The second dragon you faced was more than fearsome, terrifying even. This dragon, you find, leans far towards that second one, and for just a moment, a fraction of a second, you are paralyzed with fear before you very quickly shake it off. So you avoid being frightened. And then that's his whole turn. So next up, anything you need to do with your Goliath, Fred?
Run behind that
I mean,
rock.
I gotta
Did you not come up at all?
pop a. What do you mean? Did I not come up at all?
He's-
I
he-
rolled a
actually-
4.
Well, and also, yeah,
No,
also
I'm talking about when
he
we
did
were all
say
talking.
yeah, when you were all talking, because only the party was called forward. He actually said, He basically gathered the animals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said that this is not my challenge, right?
Okay.
So I said this is yours.
And then started beating your dick.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
because the challenge was
ferociously.
so great. I mean, this is a great challenge. Has anyone seen this challenge? It's so
Like-
great. It's the greatest challenge.
Actually, I'm waiting for all of you to die, and hopefully this guy to be low on health, so I can sneak in, get the kills.
There it is.
claim it
wait.
I have
back.
slaughtered a dragon!
Mallow in the background is like, "You dick! I appreciate that strategy."
Yeah. Respect the grind.
Would he be
Okay.
casting a shadow on me?
Uh,
Just out of curiosity. That and or the rock. Just curious.
Sorry, what was the question?
I said, is there a shadow on me at all? Or is it going from the other direction? Is the sun coming
Hold
from
on
the
a
other
sec.
direction?
When it gets back to your turn, we'll figure it out. Give me a
Okay.
second. I gotta try and check something. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading something to make sure I do it right.
Oh yeah, I'm jerking it. I'm jerking it good. I'm still going. Still going.
What the fuck? Oh god.
So, essentially, very suddenly, before any of you can see any sort of origin point, this circle here is what seems to be a massive amount of fog that suddenly just pours in from a non-discernible place. The area is now heavily obscured and will block your vision pretty much entirely from one another at this point. So I would say that the best thing to do is, it says in the description of what I'm reading, a creature effectively suffers from the blinded condition when trying to see something in that area. So treat it that way. Anything outside the area, if you're outside the circle, you can see anything outside the circle without that problem. But if you're in it, you are blinded to anything, basically in or outside of it.
Really?
Yes, currently.
So you're telling me that no one would know if I were to pick this flower and run?
Bro, trust me, the first thought that I had was that I was going to either use minor illusion
So
or just shadow step over there.
I would just point out, I will probably make you do a roll to make sure that you are going in the direction that you like.
Yeah, of
It's going
course.
to be tough to tell.
Anyways, whose turn is it?
I think it's top of the turn order now. Should be Mellow's.
I think Leif went before me, and I think he was. Unless that was all reactionary, then I see a
It's
great
yeah.
sword attack. Oh, that was a reaction. Okay.
Yeah, Mallow's top of the turn order, then Leif. Yeah, so Mallow.
So I can't see anything besides like him, or can I even see him?
You cannot see anything. You are so go to your character sheet on D&D Beyond and give yourself the blinded condition currently.
And all of a sudden, one of my preparations for the hex has come into play.
I'm right. I knew I was right next to the rock beforehand. I knew where this was. Right?
You have a general idea where the direction is. I'm probably just gonna make you roll like a d20 and just determine roughly how well you go that direction through the fog, considering you're blind. And also consider you were moved by this enemy, and have been hit by lightning since you were last kind of oriented in your turn.
Okay.
So
All
it's
right.
not that you don't know where it is.
No,
It's
I
that
get
you are
you.
not guaranteed. So it's going to be a roll.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find the rock and climb out of the fog. Like go to. I just like I'm gonna try to go that way.
Okay. So you can try and go that way. That's fine. So like I said, give me. There's no like actual rule for this, right?
Can I help him? Am I
Help
allowed
him?
to help?
So I think you're still in the fog. It's.
I know. Can I still help him?
In what
Because
regard?
I have blind sight.
Or how many feet?
Yeah,
10
how many-
feet.
Oh shit!
So if you're up, once he goes close enough to you, I don't think he's actually close enough because you're 5 feet up in the air as well right now.
Yeah.
So
But if we
once he
Put
steps
that on a diagonal, wouldn't that put me closer?
5 feet by 5
Nah, you'd be like
feet
12
square,
feet away, something like that.
It's like you're a little further. You're always a little further on the angle than you
Okay, so
are.
a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So
Yeah, it should be a little further on the hypotenuse. So you should technically be like 5 point something feet up in the air, if memory serves. You just do a Google calculator. Basically, what I'm saying is, once he steps within 5 feet of your character icon, I would say you'd be able to see him with blind sight and could then try and help him somehow. I just don't know what you're intending to do. Just like grab him, or
no, because I can sense where the rock is, I can tell him which direction to go.
so you don't know where he's currently trying to go. If he had
No.
orated that out loud, I would say that you absolutely could have, and as soon as he was close enough to you, you would just yell forward, left, right, whatever. But you don't know where he's trying to go currently. You don't even necessarily know what is coming towards you in the fog. Does blind sight give you details, or it just tells you something there?
That is a very good question. Let me give you that. A monster with blind sight can perceive its surroundings without relying on sight within a specific radius. If a creature does not have eyes, they typically do this through echolocation or heightened senses. If the monster is naturally blind, it's echolocation. So because I can just perceive what's there,
Yeah.
I guess.
So you would know something's coming towards you, but without either something, who is it? Mallow, or, essentially once he gets close enough, well, blinded is disadvantage. Can't see and automatically fails. Yeah, so you'd know something's moving towards you unless you hear what it is, or verbally from him. You wouldn't know what, I think, but you would definitely
Okay.
know where it is. You don't have like, I actually don't know now if you have blind sight. To your point, yeah, I guess you wouldn't have the blinded disadvantage if you were to try to attack it because you know exactly where it is, but you just don't know what it is without hearing. I'm gonna say, because you would still rely on sight to tell what the thing is. Yeah, regardless, Mallow, if you want to move out in that direction, I'm
I
gonna
tried.
say, yeah, you did, and it was all good questions, and I'm glad you asked because
17.
I mean, for all you know, this could be a little bit that we're in here. So, yes. So with a 17, I'm gonna say you have no trouble kind of staying on course, and you can move towards the rock. You eventually kind of bump into it and feel it out with your hands, and try and move up and over it.
I'm
I
good.
do want you to do me an acrobatics check because you're currently trying to scamper over the rock while blind. So you can definitely do it by feel, but it's going to take a little bit more effort. So just give me an acrobatics.
12.
Yeah, it was basically a 10 check, so you're fine.
Okay.
There's nothing too hard, just enough that you didn't necessarily fail your outright, Okay.
Can I see here now?
Once you're outside that circle, yes, you can see in that
Can
direction.
I see anything of? Can I see what?
Yeah, actually, I forgot. Yeah, so now that that's something that you guys can see, this is no longer there, but the fire is.
Okay. So all of this circle is obscured. Like it's just like, is it like a dome of fog or what? Back up.
It is, I believe, a dome. Yeah, so I'll just give you the quick, easy rundown. It's a 20-foot sphere
Radial or
radial, so it would be
Okay.
20 feet tall at its highest point that you could see right now.
Okay.
You would also be able to tell it is completely filling the area. It looks to you like an exceptionally heavy fog from outside of it, and it is like just barely dissipating at the edge of that 20 foot. It just kind of hits that 20-foot mark and then dissipates pretty rapidly.
That was what, 10 feet of movement, right?
5,
Are you-
10. I will tell you, I'm so. Actually, I don't know. Let me check something. I need to make sure the range is right on that.
I'm changing batteries in my headset really quick. I'll let you know when it's done.
Oh,
Sorry.
actually, technically, okay, yeah, you're fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna hold this anyway. Is that your turn, Mallow, or is it trying something else? Actually, he's probably still putting those batteries in. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. Leif, you're on deck, just so you know, so you can start planning. If you have, if you have any questions,
I have
go
an
ahead.
idea. So I do have one question.
Mhm.
Let's just completely hypothetical here. If I move
You're good.
to Mace, right?
If you wanted to
Um,
go to him, yeah.
Well, no, let's just say I move to him. That's 5 feet, wherever to where we're right next to each other. Could I then hold the rest of my movement to move with him when he does? Is that something I can
Yes,
do?
we've done that in the past. It's kind of a little messy, but usually it's fine. So what we're gonna say
curious.
is you can move with him when he moves on his turn, but I will need like a defined held action as well. So what what is it you're intending? Do you want to help him with something when you move together? Do you just want to move together so you know you're safe, and then you will choose an action at the start of your next turn? Like, how do you? What's your intention with what?
It'd be
with
it'd
that?
be more like moving with them, so then at least I know we're both next to each other rather
So you
than
will not
bumping.
have a specific held action. So say something comes up to you guys and attacks you guys, Mace will be the only one who has anything ready to do something if it's his turn. You know what I mean?
See, I thought the movement would have been the held action, so
No.
I could.
So what I'm essentially doing is giving you a held action to choose, and then as part of that action, you are choosing to move with Mace with the intention of doing that action. Because everything's technically happening within the same 6 seconds. So you're just trying to like plan ahead essentially. So I'm not going to penalize you for that. I'm just going to try and help you figure out the best way to do it.
So I could do like a held action to say attack. Well, I can't see, so
Well, you could technically attack the first thing that is a shadow that you don't think is Mace, if that's what you want the held action to be. But you don't necessarily know what's Mace and what's not, right? So how are you going to determine is the next
Yeah.
question.
well, yeah. Could I say attack whatever attacks base?
Well, so again, we will have to at some point determine how you know what Mace is and what's attacking Mace, but you can choose to hold an action to do that.
But if I did get to him and then moved with him, I could then hold an action to attack what attacks him then?
Yes, but again,
Okay.
the steps are going to require figuring out what is him, of course. But for the
Absolutely,
intended
yeah.
held action, those are all things you can do. But just
Yeah,
so that I
okay.
can quickly finish it up, now that you're back, Harrison, is there anything else you were looking to do in your turn?
Is Kara in the fog?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes.
Yes. How far? I ran 10 feet, right? Or are we doing 15 because of the boulder?
Call it 15.
Can I get to there? Or I don't know. I don't know how you work diagonal or
45
around.
is this one, yeah.
Okay, well I did 50. Okay, yeah, then yeah, I'll go there.
Or do you have 50 base movement?
I have 45
Yeah, so that 45 was where you ended up.
right there, right?
Okay, so are you going that path that you drew?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going.
So just so you know, you can still end up in that square. But just so that we are clear, you cannot quite walk from here straight to where you were. You will need to either go south or west around what seems to be some sort of an obstruction that you bounce off of.
Is it invisible?
Can't quite tell at first. I mean, you'd have to try and investigate it of some sort of way.
Well, I mean, am I just walking into nothing and I'm bouncing off?
Basically. Because you weren't really prepared for it, so it's not like you were ready to shoulder your way through it. So you'd have to go around, is all I'm saying. So
I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna swing at this.
Okay, so just swing with disadvantage.
13.
Okay. Just tabbing through my sheets. Does not hit.
One more time. 15.
Okay, so that seems to hit something.
Do I hear anything after it hits?
I'm not sure. Hold on, just reading something.
Because I'm assuming the dude that had the other staff is invisible and standing in front of me.
Okay, so you don't necessarily hear any sounds, but you do definitely seem to have struck something. So go ahead and roll damage.
7.
Yep. Okay. Do you want to try and move any further?
I'm gonna punch it again.
So you did. You're right. So you just moved out. So you're just doing the unarmed strike.
Yeah,
So still disadvantage.
that one.
Yeah. So you completely whiff, and you almost kind of fall off balance. And we're just gonna say, because of that, like you recover, and it's gonna take half your movement. Well, you still recover this turn, but you're not gonna be able to move anymore, just because crit failure.
Okay.
All right. Good try though. You at least unveiled something. That's kind of cool, right? Got a hit on it. So good job on that. Next up is Leif. So we will now try and answer your questions by action.
Okay. I want to call out into the darkness and just say, Mace! Mace!
Yes.
Where are you?
Last I saw. Well, would I have like decent recollection of my location in relation to him as far as like last I recall? Because I could give him directions and dimensions and distances, but I don't know if you're okay with that.
Or if we can dumb it down even farther, and I could just get him to talk and walk towards his voice.
I mean, as long as you're talking to him, he can walk towards your voice. It's not. He's just blind. He's not like mentally handicapped.
Well,
More so than usual.
well, yeah. Then I just want to. I just be like, I'm gonna try and get to you. Just don't stop talking until I'm there.
Okay, if that's what you want me to do.
Yes, you can tell me about how you don't believe in gods and that.
Mace pulls out a small, like, projector.
Like one of your shoulders flips open and a light comes out.
Yeah. So gods, right? They're just wizards with
Yeah, so
Soapbox.
as soon
Too
as his
much time there.
dissertation
The floor.
starts, and he's like, "Thank you all for coming to my TED Talk," you're like, "I found him. I know where he is," and you can just start wandering in that direction. That's fine. With a guide, I'm not going to make you roll anything.
Okay, then I just want to move up to him.
Yep.
And then I'll put a hand on him. Whatever I touch, I touch.
Guess that's up to Mace to decide. Ooh la la. But
I mean, we're about
so
the same height.
at
I
this
think.
point, you can choose to hold your movement. So you've moved 5 feet to get to him, so that leaves you with 30 left or 25 left. I forget what you're
20,
at. Total.
25.
Okay, so you can move 25 feet when he moves to keep up with him. What is the action that you want to hold specifically?
I'd like to hold to attack whatever like attacks us. Like if one of us takes damage, like or gets hit with something, then I'll attack wherever I think that thing came from.
Okay. Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Okay.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So I'm gonna, now that I'm there and I got a hand on him, I'm just gonna say I think I can get my echo to get the flower. If I pull it, I can get him to set it somewhere outside of this damn fog.
You think you can do that without killing it?
Do we have to take it back live? Do you mean the flower or my
The
other?
flower. The flower.
I didn't know we had.
one warning. We claimed we would leave the flower be. A step towards it, and I will unleash all that I have in reserve.
You never said you were a dragon.
No one ever asked. And actually, I did. My name is Jinglong Kai.
You expect us to know what that means?
Whether you know it or not does not mean it does not mean what it does.
Yeah, stumbled over my own words.
Good. I've now heard where he is. I know his general location.
That's fair.
Okay, so maybe we leave the flower.
You think?
Well, I'd rather move as two
I fucking
than
love
as
Leif, I'm
one.
not gonna lie. Great plan, guys. Got this great plan. Okay, not so great plan.
Not so. Maybe we change plan. I got a bag of leaves I'm trying to turn over, and it's not working. Small
You-
drink of my flask.
My fucking brain just went to, I don't know how many people know the movie Stripes as well as I do, but the
Oh, yeah.
scene at the when they're fucking rescuing the ladies and they run out of the fucking fortress like, well, we had a car waiting. that's fucking Leif right now. plan has gone awry. What do we do? All right.
Yeah, I just want to tell him I think it's better if we move as one rather than separate.
Sounds good to me.
We
So-
can try and find the others if you want.
So he will follow you for 25 feet, Mace, just so you are aware
Okay.
on your turn. And anything that attacks either of you, he will return an attack on as well.
Hell yeah.
All right. So with that, it is actually your turn, Mace.
Okay. So, just for reference, what does the blinded condition actually impose?
Oh, no problem. Blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Right. Okay.
And this is like a condition, or this is like a.
It's a
like
condition. You can actually assign it on your sheet in D&D Beyond if you want, just to keep eyes on it.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, due to the nature of this fog, assuming one was outside of it and tried to attack by range to something that's inside, would you also have disadvantage because the target would be obscured, or?
Yes. Unless you can see through the fog somehow.
Okay.
If you could
Gotcha,
see through
just-
the fog somehow, you'd have advantage, because it states so in the conditions on the creature having anything
That's okay,
attack rolls
just
against you
figuring it
having
out.
advantage and all that. But I will agree with you. There is a reality to it of if they can't see you, you are in full color. I mean, it's just so.
Right. Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to advance up till here.
Okay, so just roll me a d20 like we did with Mallow, because you're technically blinded.
Right. Can I make an argument?
Okay.
Ooh.
I was looking north when we last.
So the DC will be
well,
lower.
Okay, sure.
I just want to try and be fair.
Okay.
Yep, you're fine.
Okay. So I guess Leif would follow me up till there until he bumps against the guy. At which point I guess I would now be aware of his presence? Question mark.
You'd be aware
Something-
something is there.
Yeah. Something in front. I don't
It
know.
feels like he doesn't moisturize.
Scales,
Aw.
maybe. Throbbing, definitely.
What is this big? Feels like he's got a bunch of coins on him.
There's a lot
It's
of
heavy.
rope. So much rope next to this thing that I'm touching.
Are we
Uh,
both just holding his
Oh, that's
dick?
Leif.
I don't know.
So at this point, it's still your turn, Mace. And unless something attacks either of you, Leif is not going to do anything. So
Yeah. So what I would want to do is then bring Leif along with me. I guess following the perimeter of him.
okay, so you were 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep, so you're still good.
Would I be peeking out at this point?
No, I'm going to say you're still half in, so you're going to be obscured. We play it like most area covers.
No, that's fine. Ultimately, it doesn't really
if you
matter.
step one more to your right, I'd say, or up or diagonal or whatever, you'd be fine. But or maybe
That's
two
fine.
more to the right. It's tough to tell. You're close, but not quite.
That's okay. And I think what I am going to do is, correct me if I'm wrong,
Mhm.
but opportunity attacks only happen on creatures that you can see leaving your perimeter, right?
Correct.
So he would not be able to touch me if I were to try to leave,
Unless he can see through it.
unless he could see through it. But
Yeah,
we'll find out.
I mean, why else would he put that up if he can't see through it?
I don't know that he did.
Oh, this is true.
So I'll take a chance on it and take another step along with Leif.
Okay, hold on one sec. Need to
I'm
check
stuck there.
something.
Well, while this is happening,
You're not stuck there per se, Leif. You will still step. That will be your last step. That should be 25 feet.
I thought where I was
Yeah,
25.
I think that's 25 by my calculation. So I'll let you have that one.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
And I just need to check something.
while this is happening, you hear the Goliath go, "I can't see anything. I'm losing it."
Beautiful. Yeah. So you will get an opportunity attack on you.
My mic's been muted this whole time. He didn't. Did he take one on me when I left his range?
No, he chose not to.
He was saving it for us.
That would not. Okay, yeah. I'm glad I double checked the actual deep wording on that. So in that case, we'll do this. What is your actual AC, Mace?
22.
22. So 24 will hit. I knew you were around there though. I was trying to cement it in my mind for later. So 24. This one was the tail. 11 damage as the tail lashes out from the fog at you as you step out next to Mallow.
So then I get an attack where I think that came from, right?
You can, absolutely. So this will be a
Is that-
disadvantage, but you will be swinging in that area. You're still within the half like Mace was. So
Oh no.
crit fail. Roll me
Oh no, tragic.
roll me a dexterity saving throw.
A
Normal or
triple
disadvantage?
Just a normal one.
Deck save. Bap.
Perfect. You're fine.
Nice.
You feel like you overswing so hard that the hilt of the greatsword in your hands starts to slip, and thankfully, by the design of the pommel being, larger than the actual grip, as it slides in your hands, the pommel catches on the back of your hand, and you're like, "Oh, thank God!" So you just kind of re-grip down on it again, but you managed to hold on to it.
Lovely.
So you held your attack, so you can still do one more if you want, but still at disadvantage.
I mean, fuck
It's not.
it, right?
I will give you this a heads up because you might play with other people. As rule stated, I think technically you're only supposed to attack once with a held attack. I don't like that personally, so you'll get your full kit in terms of.
I thought I was just gonna get
So-
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
you actually can only attack once, and it's an action or a move, so you don't
Oh,
get
interesting. Yes, I tend to give
one
more.
or the other.
I feel like I like holding action in terms of letting players try and plan because I like what you did. You know, you moved in tandem as a unit and stuff. That's creative. That's good. I like that idea. So I don't want to penalize you for it. So you'll get your whole thing for me. So you can swing one more with disadvantage. 21 will not hit.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad
Okay.
though. I'm getting close.
Good night, buddy. I'll see you in the morning, okay?
Okay.
And you would have hit if you'd had advantage. Keep in
my
mind.
dreams.
No.
Alright, go to bed.
So get back to that. Okay. So Mace, you're done, or you want to keep moving? I don't know what you got left in the tank. He swung at you, he hit you, but I don't think it did much to stop you, so you could still keep going.
No. So he's either got blind sense or tremor sense.
Question.
Mhm.
Is this just a movie called The Last Dragon?
Yeah, that's what I checked too.
Yeah.
If you looked it up, it doesn't count, but yes, that is
I
correct.
didn't look it up. I've heard Last Dragon 37,000 times
Yes,
in the
sir.
last 10 minutes.
That is correct. It is the title song of the movie.
Last Dragon.
You can take your 10 experience if you really guessed it.
I don't care about that.
It's actually a phenomenal movie.
Okay.
I've
So
not seen this.
what I'm going to do is
It's actually a great love story too. You can watch it with your girl. You can claim that it's like, oh no, it's a romantic movie, honey. It'll work, I promise.
What is that? Oh yeah, I'm definitely watching those.
It's a fucking great movie.
I know.
The villain is
Uh,
amazing as well.
I'm just going to cast Bless on everyone.
Ah, okay. Everyone being yourself, Mallow, and Leif, I'm assuming.
Yes, not the dragon, to clarify.
Kara too?
Well, and yeah, it's
Oh.
it's no problem. I was gonna say
Yes,
Kara,
'cause I
but
don't
she's-
need to see
she's
her.
hidden- Do you not? I thought you do.
Nope.
It's also only
Oh,
3
okay.
creatures, isn't it?
Up to 3 as well. So are you doing only the 3 others, Mace, or are you doing yourself as well somehow?
I'm doing myself as well.
So you upcasting?
No, he's not
Uh,
including me. That's what he said. He was doing the 3 around.
Oh, I
him.
thought when Harrison asked that, he said yes on Kara.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm misunderstanding. Up to 3 creatures of my choice. So yeah, it'll be everyone else but me.
Okay.
Aw, it's so
Because you could do it at a higher level and do one more of you. I think it's just
I know, but I don't
wasn't
have
sure if
higher
that's-
level slots. So
Yeah, wasn't sure if it was happening. That's all. Okay. In that case, let me put little.
You don't have to see somebody to bless them.
Guess so. I mean, it's kind of curious, but
but that'll be it for me.
alrighty. Okay. It's Kara. It's your turn.
Okay. I am going to move here, descend, and attack. Do I have advantage due to that, or do I not know he's there, so therefore it doesn't count? Because that's technically within my blind sight
have
distance.
Blind sight. I need to check something in terms of flanking. Hold on. D&D 5e flanking. Alright, so
I would think it's not advantage because Cobra Kai.
So
Like,
because
Leif
it's
isn't,
the
like-
bigger issue is that you guys are blind. So I know you have blind sight, so you can tell that something's next to you. So the issue isn't seeing Dragon Kai. The issue is that Blake is blind. It says blind creatures can be considered not to threaten any squares and cannot provide flanking, from what I'm reading.
Okay, so
So
just clarifying. I'm not.
Yeah, you technically are not as blind to him because you have blind sense. So,
That's
like,
fine.
for example, I don't think you actually have disadvantage on an attack at him. You just have a normal
don't.
attack. But you would not have advantage from the flank. Because,
That is all I needed to clarify.
yeah, I think that's the way it goes.
So with a 24, I hit.
But
Thank you, Bless.
Yes, sir.
Is that 2 from Bless?
Yes.
Oh, you're quick at like editing your things.
I'm sitting here just listening for the most part. So
Yeah, you guys are being really cautious, taking your time, so it makes sense. Alright,
29 total damage because that is all force damage.
alrighty.
And turn some of those modifiers off now because I won't use them for a second attack. And attack number 2 will be a miss.
Alrighty.
As long as I hit once, I can deal some damage.
Yeah, you're hitting heavy too. And force is a good choice. I'll check something. 66. Okay, so not there yet. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Just to make sure. No bonus actions, right? That you're trying to do?
No, my bonus action was used to initiate
do the force.
planar
Yeah,
attack.
that's right. Yeah. Okay.
I'll move to here.
Alrighty. Cool. So,
Chris, did you add it after your? Never mind.
so how high up are you, Chris?
I'm ground level right now.
Okay.
But so I descended, so 5 feet down,
Mhm.
5 feet there.
Yep.
5 feet there,
No, you're good. I'm not worried about how much movement you have left. Just
and
okay.
I'm moving to there.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'm moving there.
so as you go to step out of the space. Oh, actually,
You can't hit me.
yes. Hold on a second. He can. You will
He a
watch.
sentinel?
He has something else. You will watch as his body momentarily glows golden, and it sprints down his arm as a golden glow surrounds his fist, and it flits out at you. He has a sort of pseudo-legendary action that he can burn key points to get reaction back.
Okay, but he still can't hit me.
Oh, mobile, that's right. You swung at him. That was the more interesting thing. So he'll still have the point back, but he... Because I already spent the key, but yes, he cannot swing at you. That's fine. I forgot about mobile was the bigger issue.
And he's still within 10 feet of me, so I have decent lock on him.
Mhm.
That'd be me.
Alrighty. He kind of looks over and watches you fly away.
I'm still ground level, by the way.
Yep, that's fine. Well, walk away then. I assume that you usually use your wings to move anyway.
She used the wings to do like a pushback and kind of
Dash
flew the
backwards,
distance maybe,
yeah.
but
So he's going to position himself here and look over at you, Leif, and a glow enters his maw as a cone, this time of fire, will shoot out. This one is a little shorter. It will still hit all 3 of you. Another dexterity saving throw, please. From, Leif,
what the
Mace,
fuck?
and Mallow.
23. I don't know why I did a disadvantage.
23 is good. Leif is good. Mace, I need a dex save.
does anybody in the party know Infernal besides me?
No, let me check. I think I do.
know common, deep, dwarvish, elvish, and giant.
Nope, not infernal.
Okay.
Oh, if I had the next level, I'd have giant, and I could have said that to you. Shit.
Mace, I still need a dex save. The two of you, Leif, you will take half damage is going to be half of 15, 7. Mallow, you have evasion at this point.
It's
I
probably
believe.
worth mentioning.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That is
okay,
very much
so-
worth mentioning.
Yeah, absolutely. But they both passed, so it doesn't matter currently. But I do need your save.
You get affected by your own bonus. It's fucking great.
I do.
So 16 will not pass. So you will take a full 15 fire damage.
Okay.
And then as he does this, he is going to stop, and while he's still trying to kind of cover his hand with the light from the fire, he's striking out at you, Blake, attempting to stunning strike you. I will be kind of open with. 17 hit you? Blake, are you muted?
I was. It meets
You're
a
usually pretty
beat,
good about
right?
applying. Yeah, 17 meets it beats then. So you're going to take damage of punch for only 6 damage bludgeoning, but I do need you to make a con save.
Wow, the
So-
one time I don't roll big con saves.
That's okay. So currently you are stunned, and that will be
It's
until
indomitable. Oh wait, you don't have that yet. Fuck. Never mind.
level 9. That will be until the end of this creature's next turn.
You said I'm stunned.
Yes, it is a status condition you can put on in Roll20. Or not, in both probably, but in D&D Beyond I meant. So, as he takes a step back from you, I think you should be unable to... Actually, you might still be able to do reactions. I might be wrong. Attack rolls against creature advantage. It's incapacitated, I think means that it takes away your actions or reactions. Yeah, so you cannot. As he steps away from you to try and close in on Kara, he's going to turn and strike out at her with his claws.
Did you go back in, Kara?
I did.
Okay.
25 will hit Kara with the first claw strike. That is 4 slashing. A second claw strike rings out. Another 24 will hit with 5. And then he kind of looks back towards your group as he grins and says to you,
Are you sure you made a wise choice? Because right now you're being pretty easily handled.
and he is going to once again shoot out a blast of electricity at the group. Let me measure. 20
Says
there.
the man who doped himself before the fight.
Knowing what you're up against and being properly prepared are all part of a battle, miss.
But yeah, so another dex save from you three. Leif, not from you, sorry. You automatically fail.
Hell yeah.
I
Just
can
put-
hear it. Keep talking, guys. Keep talking.
Just put the bag of holding over his head. Close it.
Alright, so Leif, you will take 17, and I need dex saves from Mallow and Mace.
Okay.
Plus 4 on both these saves, thanks to Zora.
I
Crit fail, you will take. You're going to take. Well, actually, evasion doesn't really matter on. I kind of want to punish you, but at the same time, I don't think I can. So you're just going to take your half damage. We're going to round it up, though. You're going to take 8 instead of 7, because fuck
I
you,
can't
you failed.
believe you.
And with an 18, you will just barely fail. You will also take the
That's one
17.
of those military swings. The ones that they don't realize they dug the hole out 20 feet.
Yeah. So 17 on you, Mace.
Wait,
You failed.
17
Just barely. You failed, so you took full damage.
even
17.
with the bonus from the
Oh,
armor?
I'm sorry. You get a bonus of +4, then you're good. I'm sorry. I keep thinking that's built into yours, but it's not. So then you
No,
are
it's
good.
not.
You pass. So you will take half, and
Okay.
yours will be 7 instead of 8 because you didn't crit fail like Mallow. Be balanced.
Wait. This is another breath attack of the same type that happened before,
It
right?
is not the same type that happened before. This
Oh,
character,
just to-
this character
just to
has multiple
clarify.
breath attacks.
I'm
Wait,
sure
so
you.
is it
Sure,
cold?
but
Is it cold?
it's
Wait,
a
wait, wait.
monk. It should be
I-
sharing the same DC for all of those.
Has any of
Incorrect.
this been cold damage?
Because one of them that you've seen just now comes from his monk, and one of them comes from his dragon heritage. It's actually a different DC.
Has any of this been cold damage?
No.
It's been lightning and fire so far.
Okay.
And then at this point, all of his actions. So as a bonus action, I need you to, Kara, once again do me a. Well, actually, hold on. Let me double check this. Let me make sure I'm not doing something you're immune to.
If it's cold, won't work. If it's necrotic, it won't work. If it's radiant, it won't work well. Well, all of those won't work well. I'm resistant to all 3 of those.
No, this doesn't do that. Okay, so I do need another wisdom saving throw from you.
This would be the one.
I'm sure you thought of this, but I just was double checking. I forgot I was blessed, so my 8 on my Constitution save isn't really an 8.
It wouldn't be high enough.
Okay,
personally.
I figured.
If you
figured,
had
but I
been
just-
closer to like a 15 roll, then arguable.
Okay, that's what I figured, but I was just making sure.
Good wisdom.
Wisdom save, yes.
18.
For this is a key feature, so you just barely fail. You are frightened of him. You can try and you can try and roll again at the end of your next turn.
Fuck it. Go for the flower then.
Your call. At this point is the end of his turn. He's gonna stop there. And
I'm trying to think of what key feature does that.
It's the same class, just a higher level. It's a bonus action that he can do. At least I think so. Let me read it again. Yeah, Way of the Ascendant Dragon feature. That should be right.
Whatever this fucking feature is, I can't believe it beats an 18.
Well, it's his specific DC, and it's you were literally a point under. So it was the same DC that Mace failed to with an 18 a second ago. So I think that's about centered where it should. Well, actually, is it up more? That's probably about right. So the fog that you guys were in suddenly dissipates, and right as you are able to see everything for just a momentary glimpse again, a sphere of pure blackness fills the area and completely blots out everything. Darkness spreads around corners, and a creature with dark vision cannot see through this darkness, and a non-magical light cannot illuminate it. And that's what happens. Top of the turn order, Mallow.
Give me just a minute.
Do you want me to come
I'm
back
just
to you, Mallow? Oh, okay, you're
No, I'm just gonna back up.
Alrighty.
And
So do me. Well, you had a pretty good frame of reference for where you were. That's
yeah,
fine.
I'm just
That's fine.
walking backwards. So that's what 5, 10 feet,
Here.
15, 20.
Ooh, Doggo's going crazy.
So I can get to like, can I get to here? So I'm not standing in the darkness.
You should be able to. You moved what, 10 up? You were next to Mace, right? So 5, 10. Oh, I'm on the wrong.
Oi!
Oi, little one. You're trying to go to here? 40. You have 45 movement speed, right?
Yeah, so I guess technically I could go to here.
Yeah.
All right.
And I can actually scrub this away. Anything else?
I want to use my action to cast Minor Illusion
Okay.
and create the sound of Yetis. Like a fuck ton of Yetis roaring. But sounding like they're like from a distance, but not a great distance. So like maybe just outside of like the ridge area or something like that, but close enough that it's like they're on their way.
I
kind
think
of
you
thing.
do have a distance limitation on how far out you can use that, though. I mean, you can still push it to that limit, but I'm not sure what it is. But I think you do.
Stick it out 30 feet.
Yeah.
But I can also control like the volume of it.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not saying that you can't make the noise. I'm just saying I'm pretty sure you can't just like cast it off into the distance willy nilly. I'm pretty sure you have a range on it.
No.
Yeah, it is 30 feet. You said, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah,
so you will cast it like over here essentially.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a loud Yeti scream. You've heard them before, so.
Yeah, I want to cast that a group of loud Yetis.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the sound
And
happens.
That's it.
Where are you putting that sound?
Far over to the east, over here, as far as he can.
Okay. I'm just,
Frame of reference, yeah.
a Parhan might.
Oh God, yeah.
worried.
Your Goliath's gonna run scared. Okay.
Save the dogs.
Yeah. All right. That's everything, Melon.
That's it.
All right,
Yep,
Leif.
I can't.
Leif is up.
I guess I still know Mesa's right there.
We're still holding
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. I mean, even if you aren't holding him, you know where he was. Yeah, you're fine.
And so Mace, I can't move. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. You were stunned, so that's fair.
Let's try something. Okay, now.
Yeah, go
We're
for it.
forming the Megazord.
So this is the same fog, or this is like the sphere thing, like Mallow did.
So it's complete darkness. Yes, it's exactly like what you've seen Mallow do. The sphere of darkness thing that he has summoned, like when you were in the fortress in the basement, he summoned it.
Okay.
You're like, Mallow, what the fuck are you doing? Drop your darkness.
Yeah, honestly, Mallow. Oh, no, whatever. So if I put my echo out, Can
so
he see?
because you're incapacitated, I believe you have no bonus action.
Oh,
You
fuck,
need
I didn't look it
I think
up.
actions in order to do that. We looked it up for something else, and that's how
What
it
is he,
was.
stunned or incapacitated?
He's stunned, but part of being stunned is you're incapacitated.
Yeah, stunned creature's incapacitated. Can't
Yeah.
move and can speak only.
It says I can't take actions or
Fluttering.
reactions.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I'm pretty sure when something claims you can't take actions, you also can't take bonus actions. We can look it up quick.
No, you're fine. I'm fine with that.
Incapacitated.
Well, I guess I really can't do.
Yeah, being
fucking
deprived
shit.
of your actions from being incapacitated deprives you also of bonus actions. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't do fucking anything, so okay.
Yeah, sorry, you have to wait. But the good news is you don't have to roll for this. It just goes away after a certain point.
Oh.
So in that case, it is Mace's turn.
Okay.
See what you can do, Macy boy. You're in complete darkness now. Just a heads up.
Yes, I am. And Leif is.
He's still close enough. And, you heard him talking falteringly a second ago that you would know he's right next to you at least, but you can't really see him for sure this time. You're completely unable to see.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I'm a little stumped here. I know that he has blind sight for sure. I know that if I stay close to people, he's gonna breath on us.
I'd like to think I thought of a very clever alternative to that, but I can't just shout that out.
I think I know what your alternative is.
So guiding him around is not even gonna work. Honestly, I think. Could I hear the noise of Kara and him fighting?
Do me a perception roll for free. Determine it that way. Leave it up to the roll. You know exactly where they're fighting.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Leif just kind of crouches down, like I don't want to be in between this.
Leif, you can actually also tell just from hearing it. Leif is just turning left and right, trying to figure out what the fuck is happening.
He's worried about spinal injury.
Man,
okay.
The last time I was this blindfolded, there was at least a hot chick involved.
At least I think she was hot. Couldn't see.
So,
Mal's
is there a chance...
sister again. She was a shapeshifter.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was all at the same time.
It was whatever I wanted, baby. The best was when I did it half giraffe, half elephant. Yes, she can transform into that, and yes, I chose to.
And you got to decide which was the front, which was the back.
The best part was I had her change halfway. Really bad choice, but I did it. Oh God.
That sensation never leaves you.
I will never be satisfied by a normal again.
Ah, the one side campaign that'll never go on YouTube.
No, it might eventually. I just think that there was enough stuff that happened there, at least initially, that I didn't want to post it. Now I can probably go back and edit through it. I should still have the file.
Not gonna be able to monetize it though.
I will tell you guys, I think the other one should be up at this point too. So the one shot's there if anyone wants to check it out, because that one was fucking amazing. I told Blake earlier. I actually
I'll
haven't.
definitely watch it.
It was one of the funnier sessions we've done. I think that I've probably laughed the most at that of all the ones that I've cut down, because I was being pretty free with it. It's pretty liberal with stuff, and everyone was playing just really fun characters. All of you did such a good job. I felt like, and there's so many hilarious situations.
At any rate.
Yeah, sorry to distract.
No, you're good. I think, seeing as I know where they are, and realistically speaking, there's no point in positioning perfectly or anything, since advantage is not going to happen. I'll move over there.
Okay,
and...
so as you go to move there, I'll let you move in that direction, fine, but you find yourself... Well, actually, hold on. I need to check something. You're fine. Never mind. You're good.
Okay. And I'll just attack, honestly, at disadvantage.
Alrighty.
14
So
is not
14
gonna
will
hit.
not hit, but if you'd had advantage from being able to flank, you would have.
Yeah.
The reason I keep bringing that up is because the point I had designed it to be about a 25% chance for just about the whole team to hit. So with advantage, if you guys were flanking and stuff, should have been one hit per turn for most of you. It's just not working out that way per se. But you guys have actually still done a fair bit of damage. He's almost about half health. Just a heads up.
16 is not gonna hit either. That's fine.
Sorry.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Kara.
I can't move because I'm frightened.
You can move. Actually, you can do a lot more than you think. Reread the frightened condition because I actually just checked.
I
that a second
can't
ago.
move closer, but
Only.
If you can see him.
Correct.
But I can. I have blind sight.
You know where he is, but he's not within your line of sight. I'd argue.
And
This is like one of those few
So
situations
that's
where
kind
the
of semantics.
semantic,
If
I
a
think,
blinded
is...
creature that has blind sight
Well, and that's what I mean, because the
is
blind
frightened
sight
of you.
in the blind sight stuff also talks mostly about your sensing where their position is with other senses. So you know where he is, but you don't currently see him. Is kind of my distinction.
just because I know how his aura of fear works, wouldn't that mean I wouldn't have been able to see him do it?
He did it in. It doesn't. He doesn't have to see you, I think, to cast it. Or even if he does, he can see you. I just don't know if you have to see him. But if you do, then maybe I did it wrong. I'll double check it. No, it just has to be in the aura, as far as I can tell. Choose a creature within the aura. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case. And that will theoretically cancel my disadvantage.
Well, Mace is blind, so with blind being what it is, I mean,
Oh, then I'm
I'm
not
letting
gonna-
you guys
if
be
the-
pretty free, but you don't have advantage from flanking.
Okay, then I'm not even going to waste the move then. That was to try and negate that. Then I will go back to there. Alright, well. 2 attacks, disadvantage coming up. That's a miss. That's a hit.
Very nice.
Look at that. How did you? Wow.
I haven't set the disadvantage, so it's
Wow.
not me screwing with it.
Yeah. 19 and a 20.
27. I love how one bad roll in there makes the whole thing look like a joke.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. But you know what? It is what it is. Great fucking rolls on the second one regardless. So 27 is a good hit. You actually pull your spear back, and as you kind of hold it in your hand, upright, you actually feel some heat run down from the blade to your hand.
I know that you're quite powerful to be able to do this, but even with all these disadvantages, I think we're doing okay.
That remains to be seen. Literally.
Everything good? You don't have anything else, right?
Action's done.
And your
bonus
bonus action
action's
is to
done.
transfer. That's right. I forget that transforms the force. Okay, so that is his
And
turn.
I could technically back up if I wanted to, but no, I'm gonna remain where I am this time.
Okay. So if you're gonna remain where you are, he's gonna shift here. He's gonna swing at you with an open palm. I believe a 23 hits fine.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was that was a high roll. 8 damage. He's going to shift you this direction.
You can shift me in any direction, and I don't get a say in the matter.
5 feet. Yeah, he has Crusher, same thing that Mallow uses.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got Crusher.
I also be fair to you for now.
Oh wait, my turn ended. I can roll against fear.
That is true. Please feel free to. That's totally fine.
Does
If
a
anything,
15 break out of it?
give me roll with advantage as well, because you've escaped it once before. And if it, the only reason I think it doesn't have the whole you're immune to it thing is because I'm using a player version of it as opposed to the monsters version. So I'll give you a little bit of advantage on that.
Ah, well,
Yeah, you can't quite make it out, but you can roll the save with advantage from here out just to balance it a little. I think that'll be fine.
Okay.
So he's going to take, and while he's next to you now, he actually opens up his maw and is going to try and bite down on you. I think
A headbutt him.
11 total will miss with it.
It will.
So you kind of dodge your head out of the way at the last second.
No, I do what I said. I headbutt him.
Yeah, but that would require you to swing for damage, so you just move ahead.
I could cinematically headbutt its lower jaw to shut his mouth.
Second one.
Love the crit fail and the crit succeed.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do this.
I'm a creature of duality.
So, alright, fine. We'll call it you headbutt his jaw closed, but he just grins at your attempt, and he's going to open up his maw one more time and try and chomp down on you, and he will do so. He does.
Can this man hit
5
below an 18?
5 piercing damage to you.
Alright.
And then he's going to jump backwards, leaving you where you are. You do have blind
Cool,
sight.
opportunity attack.
Yep, you have blind sight, so you can do that. Or actually, he doesn't jump back yet. You can still opportunity attack. Go ahead and roll it, but he's going to do that at the end of his turn, not just yet.
I hit!
That will
I
indeed
think.
hit.
24, yeah.
Yes, that will indeed hit. You can roll the damage. Like I said, he's doing that at the end of his turn, so we're just shifting back a little as he's going to try one breath on you guys quick.
He is going to take
I think this one's the shorter one, right?
18 damage. 7 is radiant. The rest is piercing.
This should be this right here. So, Mace, give me a dex saving throw with advantage. Because I'm undecided on if that's half or half. So, if you succeed this, you're going to take... Well, actually, if you succeed both, you're taking no damage. We're going to do kind of a binary here.
This is a dex save, you said?
Dex save for you and Leif as well. Yeah, but dex save with advantage
Do I-
for Mace.
I just fail it.
With advantage.
End
Are you
of his
still?
next
Yeah,
turn.
I'm
Yeah.
undecided if you're half in, half out. So I'm kind of doing like a bit of a.
What
let
dex
Max decide.
save?
I 20'd.
I critted.
You did 20, Chris. You did
Yes.
crit, Leif.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Mace, you will get caught in the blast, and then you will also fail the saving throw in the blast. So that's what I was doing, was kind of doubling it on you. If you
Yeah.
had saved the first one, you would have not been caught in the blast and all that. So
No, that's fine.
then that one is the fire breath for. Ooh, that was a big roll. 22 fire damage.
So do I not take half or something because of that? Or did I fail
You-
the check? What's
no,
going
no,
on
you
here?
passed the check with 20, so you take half. 22. So I said 20, 22, right?
11,
Yeah, so 11
yeah.
for both of you who passed. 22 for
Okay.
Mace.
Because if 22 was the half, I'd be concerned.
No, yes, you're correct. Yeah. And then he is going to move away and position himself. He's going closer to the flower, but not next to it actually. And you will do your damage to him from the roll, which was the total was the 18.
Yes.
Total 18. Is that? It is.
I wrote underneath it.
Oh, okay. I see it. Yeah. You're actually doing really good damage to him, Kara. You're
I'm
force and
pretty
radiant.
sure I'm the only one doing damage
Yeah,
to
I
him
think
right
you're
now.
the-
Well, most of the party is doing damage to him. Just certain ones have been mitigated, but yours has mostly not. So just in general, you're doing the most true damage to him. I guess the most way to put it.
Force damage. Yay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, good hits. Okay. With that, he is now got one bonus action left, but you guys can't see what it is. So you can go ahead now. Actually, hold on. So at this point, Kara, you don't necessarily know what it is or where it's coming from, but a voice blooms in your mind telling you, Kara, stop the fighting. We don't want this. And it will be the top of the turn order with Mallow.
Am I able to respond, or is
Yeah,
this
you can
just a
talk still.
message?
Talking is a free action.
We didn't start this fight. Your friend did. Maybe talk to him first.
Mallow, you can still take your turn.
So I'm just trying to understand. Is the Goliath just not coming at all?
At this point, I wouldn't consider it part of the
Okay.
fight.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
He's too busy jerking off.
it's your challenge, man. I just led you to the challenge.
You have to understand the Petya clan rules.
One must not interfere in another one's challenge.
Pretty much.
This is the way.
It is the way. He might be throbbing at the chance to do so, but he can't while we are still engaged.
No, he's
have-
he's throbbing all right.
I chose my words very specifically.
So Mallow, did I miss something that you were looking to do, by the way?
No, I'm trying to figure out because he's in complete darkness. That my dark vision. So if I use magic to cast dark vision on myself.
Good call. This actually.
Does that give
Sorry,
the ability to see in darkness?
In darkness, yeah, but not in magical darkness.
Yeah, this is a
'Cause you-
spell that specifies that your dark vision doesn't work.
Yeah,
If you,
remember.
This also
Didn't you
actually shifted a little. I should have mentioned.
If we are looking for options here, you could always look for the source.
You or him?
No,
Well,
this monk didn't cast the darkness. Something did. We know there's another party involved here somewhere. Could always look for that.
am I in shadow?
Yeah.
And would I be able?
You would not be able to see anything on the other side of the dark sphere. It's
What about
so it is a
here?
sphere just like the other one. It's only 15 feet instead of 20. So it's
What about here?
yeah, you can see over there.
Can I? Because the last time he was over here,
Yes, sir. That is where you last felt like you hit him.
Would Mallow be able to see whatever's here?
Oh yes, that's a good call. I'm sorry. That is a very good call. And there's nothing necessarily there. It was just that the rock was blocking it from the other angle. So. And actually, you guys moved enough that the other side of the map would have probably been visible at some point as well. So I'll just clear up the whole thing. It's just.
I'm going to bonus action teleport to there,
Okay.
and then if he's invisible, I can't detect him. Even
But he
with
cannot be
perception.
invisible and cast spells.
Unless he has greater invisibility.
Yeah, but at that point, it's kind of a.
And I didn't see him over here at all, right? When I was over here.
No.
You noticed the item was missing, but nothing else, if I remember correctly.
And then he was invisible after he cast fog, and then we couldn't see him. Do I see him over here at all? Since I'm not in the darkness or anything like that, can I see if anyone
Nope,
does
nothing. Yeah, anything that you would have been able to see over there would have been visual.
I'm just making sure that you didn't forget to put something up
Nope,
since
you're
we
good.
were all in darkness.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I wouldn't have been able to see over there.
Yep.
I would be able to see to there, so I could see all this. I just can't see behind here.
Yes, that is correct. But
Okay, I'm just gonna run behind here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna do. Is there anybody back here? Before I
No,
go
sir.
for magical means
nope, nothing there that you see.
that's 25. Can I? Anything back here?
Nope, not that you see. There's nothing over there as far as you can tell.
Fuck it. Okay. Fucking just keep on going then.
Keep on going, isn't you're gonna like do a dash action and move somewhere else, or
Yeah. Actually, I forgot I can still dash.
Just say that I'm really digging this song. I'm like bouncing in my chair right now.
I tend to like the beat on this one. I do get where Harrison's coming from, that it can be definitely repetitive. It's not very lyrically complex, but
I wasn't
I've always-
saying that.
I'm just saying. I get where you're coming from when you say that you heard it 1,000, or whoever said I've heard the title 1,000
Blake.
times.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
just-
I-
I get
that's
where
why
you're
I
coming
guessed
from with it.
that,
It's just it is also like a very catchy, good little beat.
I'm just
so.
Oh,
gonna
I'm digging it.
I'm gonna run around the complete thing and then pop back over there.
Can run around the complete thing. Okay, gotcha.
Nothing back there.
Hey man, what are you,
Yes,
what are you
do.
doing?
You
you
would
doing over
see
here?
the Goliath for sure, but that's about all that you would see.
I'm getting very distrustful of this Goliath.
Full hard on right now. Going at it.
He's the only other one that we can see.
Just get back in there. This is your challenge. I'm dealing with my own challenge here.
All right, just fucking go to the next person then.
Longest
Two-handed-
jerk session
Yeah,
ever.
two-handed and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, this has only been a couple seconds, so he hasn't even.
Yeah,
got
he
a
actually
minute
hasn't
yet.
even really got started. He's barely half-mast,
this
but it
is
looks amazing.
Still
already.
the longest.
Yeah.
All right, go to
Still
go to
the
next.
longest. Oof. Poor Goliath's wife.
Oh my god.
You can go to
Or
the next
husband,
person.
to be fair.
so I
We've
didn't-
seen
I
Goliath shacking up with same sex. They're all inclusive.
I didn't see anything, so
The B in their LGBT stands for big. Alright. Yeah, so you're good there?
Yep.
Alrighty, so in that case, it is Leaf's turn.
I thought it was right after Mallow.
You are after Leaf.
Okay.
You were right after him. That's why
I'm
he
just
was able
trying
to
to.
do the hold action thing with you. Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to move up one. I think. Do I still know where Mace is? If not, I can ask him.
You still have a general idea. You're not 100% certain since the darkness came, but you know his general location.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna say it's okay if I just move up to here.
Sure, you're kind of feeling out, and you kind of
Yeah.
bump Mace as you move
Mace,
forward.
Mace, Mace. Where is he?
I'm as blind as you, buddy.
Has anyone seen Kara, or heard her, or anything?
Well, I felt the movement of something jiggling in the air, so it's about anyone's guess.
We'll just grab hold of Leif's hand and point it in the direction of the dragon. That way.
Kara? Okay. All right.
You should use your boobs next time. I'd really appreciate that.
Next time, use one of your more distinguishable features.
Yeah, then I
Hits
know
him
it's
with a
you.
wing.
Yes, that's perfect. Slaps him with the wing. Absolutely beautiful. All right, now I know it's you.
Takes me back to Mallow's sister. Anyways.
Aww.
Oh God.
If I could rip off an ear and throw it, I would.
Yeah, I mean, fucking Christ.
I'd like to point out the only reason I've even managed to do as much as I have is because of paranoia versus the hex. I got blind sight specifically to fight him.
Yeah, it helps. Well, I'd also say that you've been pretty forward with just trying. Like you've swung enough and hit still. So, and all the Christmas colors that you produce are pretty great.
But Carrot, you use a spear, right?
Yes.
You?
For everything. Is that different than the trident that I have?
Piercing damage.
They
Oh,
both are
that's what-
piercing.
that's what it does.
I actually think they're just flavor-wise the same item, just
Okay.
the difference. In...
I just I happen to have divine altering abilities, so I can
Yeah.
change my damage type.
It is a good question. I'm gonna look because is spear
I was just
versatile?
it's
Oh no, yeah, it is versatile to D8, and then yeah, they're essentially identical, just different types.
okay. Yeah. Shit. Okay. If I summon my Echo and tell him to attack the dragon, can he see in this?
No, he still relies on the same stuff that you would, but you can still try and summon him, wherever you think is near the dragon, and swing at something with disadvantage.
Well, yeah, okay. Then I'll just ask Kara again. Which way? Where is he? Which way?
I will point him in the direction.
Yeah, so she just kind of grabs your arm and like points it in a direction, and as long as you keep your arm up, you know where to go.
All right, I'm just gonna push my Echo out. How far? About yay.
5 feet away from me, so 10 feet away from you.
Okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go 10 feet in the direction that she's pointing.
Yeah, because she's helping you, I'll let you summon it up there. That's fine.
Okay.
It's still going to be disadvantage attacks if you're swinging at him, so.
Well, I mean, we gotta try, right?
Yep.
Disadvantage, greatsword. 21 doesn't hit. 13 doesn't hit.
The 21 that didn't hit, did you throw your blessed dice on it?
No.
Roll your die.
I thought that was
D4.
I thought that was saving throws. My bad.
Nope,
Nope,
it's
Saving
attack
throws and
rolls.
attacks. I wasn't
Oh.
going to say anything, but since your party members have saved you, I will
How
give you
about
a chance.
a 4?
You
So
know that will hit,
25.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Over even.
10. We're
Yep.
just gonna re-roll that just to yep.
A 12.
12.
Definitely a good choice.
And then my echo's just gonna go. Ha ha ha!
Interesting
That's
choice, but okay.
Yeah, because he hit something in
Yep.
blindness.
Yep. Okay. All right. That's everything you're doing.
Yeah.
Mace is up. Let's go. See what he can do.
Well, I assume that I heard the same instructions from Kara, and knowing where Leif is, I would have more or less an idea of his position.
Just look
So,
at
Well, to be
Mace,
fair
just be
though,
like,
Kara
"My-"
did point Leif, so you'd have heard Kara. You would have heard that she said he's 5 feet beyond her. So yeah, you know what? You've extrapolated enough. That's fine.
I was gonna say I could make my echo yell.
That's true. Yeah, I guess so.
I could
Or
get
I mean,
him to
even the
help.
fact that the echo swung and hit, you would have heard some sort of a clatter of scales and iron.
so I'll move here and confirm where he is.
Yeah, so you still are completely blind. I'm not sure that you necessarily have a way to confirm where he is.
Well, I mean, I can just kind of swing with my weapon, can't I?
You can absolutely still swing in this space with disadvantage, yeah. But essentially, you've just moved past two people, and you're not like you're pretty sure the one that's north of you is Kara because you heard her talking, and you feel something, and it doesn't seem to be attacking you, so you're going to assume that it's probably Leif Echo, having
Right.
heard what he did. But I just more mean like you can't confirm what's necessarily around you. You just have a general concept of what's where. But yeah, you can still swing with disadvantage, absolutely.
Okay. So, I'll attack at disadvantage. Which
Yeah,
is a
14
miss.
will not quite hit.
Attack again. That should hit, right?
24,
Yes,
nice. Yeah.
that will.
Okay. And I will smite.
Go for it.
Where is Divine Smite? There it is. Wow, really shitty damage. But I do get the bonus from Hexblade's Curse.
True. And it wasn't a... It was a 16.
3.
3 extra beauty. And that's totally full damage as well, because it is a cursed damage that does not seem to... It doesn't... Yeah, absolutely does. Okay, you're good. Awesome.
And then I'll use the rest of my movement, knowing where it is. Like, would I have heard him, like, complain about it, or...?
No, but I think that you would... I mean, you definitely felt the hit on something.
Yeah, I feel like someone else would have complained then, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Then I'll move over to this side, knowing where he is. And I'll end my turn.
Okay. I believe, Kara, you should be up.
Can't move closer, so
Oh, yeah, you missed the roll on the end of your last turn. I will. Well, no, can't see it. You could move
no,
closer because you can't see
I rolled
it.
on the last turn. I just didn't succeed.
Yeah, but you could move closer because you can't see it, right?
That's your call.
But we're all right there too, so it'd be
Yeah,
even.
you know, I'll let the darkness work to your advantage in that regard. You can move closer because you can't see it.
You don't
As
know
soon as you
which-
can see
which
him
one.
again, if you're still frightened, then it will take full effect again.
I will move closer, and right before I go to strike, well, whoever your companion is trying to convince me to stop the fight. What say you?
I say that if we last for much longer, the rest of your squad will be dirt deep. Your choice.
Dab.
Alrighty.
Hey, he's threatening my people.
To clarify, because I might not have made it very clear, he was trying to claim that if the fight goes on longer, he's going to win anyway. But
He's threatening my people.
that's fine. Just wanted to make sure it was clear.
When Kara heard that, did anyone else hear it, or was that just?
was
her?
a
All of you around him
telekinetic.
would have heard it. Yeah. Or are you talking about the partner's voice?
The partner's voice.
That was directly in Kara's head. Yeah.
Alright,
So
so an
14
18
will
will
miss.
miss.
Go ahead and swing again. Ooh, first time your
fucking-
disadvantages have actually not hit. So good try.
Well,
And-
I made 2 strikes, so none of them hit. What could I do? What could I do? What is... Gonna let me sense anything? No. Uh,
I'm assuming you're just checking bonus actions quick.
I am looking at different things I could do just to see.
Yeah.
Um, not much else I can do in this situation under the circumstances, so I will just maneuver to here. Up and over, basically.
That's fine.
And,
Are you so? If you say up and over, you're going up. You're staying within 5 feet. You're never leaving the range, essentially. is what
never
you're saying.
leaving his radii, and even if I did, he can't attack me anyway.
Good call.
Oh.
Just figured I'd double check to understand. Okay.
Yeah.
If it's the
Alright.
end of your turn, you probably want to roll for fright.
Good
You
call.
are correct.
Good call. Give it that advantage. 19, baby. There you go.
25.
Yes, sir. That will most certainly get you out of it. So you feel your the fear ease now that you haven't been able to see him for a while. But yeah, that's it is his turn now. If that's the rest for you. So he's going to take and turn southward towards Mace and strike out at you. A 24 will hit. 7 damage.
So close. Okay.
So you're still up?
I'm up, yeah.
So he will do so again. 24 will also hit again. 6 damage this time.
I'm
Still
down
up?
now.
Okay. So you're gonna go into down but not out. We'll do death saves, to GM and all that.
Yep. Okay.
With that, he's going to turn back to Kara with claw on the ground. Let's see. He will. Yeah, he's gonna strike out at you with his claws again. That seems to have been working pretty good for him. 10 with the first will miss. Was that a 13 plus 8 is your AC is what again? It's high
18.
enough. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I know. 13 plus 8 will hit you. 9 damage slashing. And do
So
it-
he hit the 18?
yeah, 13 plus 8. Yeah.
Okay.
It was just I was doing quick maths in my head instead of looking at the total, jumping through a couple things. And then I need you to do a con save.
Well, yeah, I gotta roll the Keep Hunter's Mark. Give me a sec.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll 2 Constitution saves. One is for... Alright, so I lose concentration on Hunter's Mark. And... Second one... 16.
So you are going to be
Is that-
stunned.
Is that +1 from what?
That's from Bless.
Bless is gone, right? Mace is incapacitated.
Mace is
Yeah,
unconscious.
but it's gone.
That's
It's
true.
a concentration spell.
Oh, okay, then 15. I wouldn't have made it anyway.
Yeah, so he's still just going to continue swinging at you now that you are stunned with his final strike. Let's see, this one will be just a normal unarmed. If you're stunned, I think he has advantage as well, but a 23 will
Just
hit
out of
and a 1 will not.
curiosity, you've been burning key points for some of his crazy shit, right?
Yes, sir. He's running
Okay.
low, but he still has a couple. And even then, it's not that critical. He has an ability to regenerate a die worth.
I mean,
Petya does too.
I know.
Hint, hint.
That
So-
wasn't an ability that was available when I made Petya, though. So
Yeah. It is now. You have the item for it.
it is now,
Yeah.
but it wasn't then.
Regardless. Did I give you the number? Because he hit you with an unarmed strike.
You did not give me the damage number, no.
Okay, so 9 damage from another 9 bludgeoning damage from that strike.
Okay.
And then he's just gonna look at you.
Are you sure you like your chances?
As bonus action.
So little that you know about the people of this realm.
Okay, fair enough. So bonus action, he will flurry of blows and try and swing 2 more. Dose. Just gonna roll both. Hits one. Oh no, he has advantage. He can swing that one again. Hits both. 5 bludgeoning plus 7 bludgeoning. 12 total bludgeoning for his flurry of blows. And he's just going to grin at you. Otherwise, he will shift this way and then glare at you, Leif. And that's his turn. I just need to shift 1 or 2 things around, but it will be Mallow's turn next.
Can I, like, use one of my key points or multiple to be able to like push a pulse out to detect this person?
Just trying to detect them. I mean, I guess ultimately what you're trying to do is perceive where they are, right? So just do a
Yeah.
perception check, and we'll see what you can notice.
17.
Yeah. So you scan the area, and you're kind of assuming that this person is hidden, so you look for kind of areas where you would hide, but you realize that all of them kind of don't have a very good line of sight to where everyone is fighting. They might all see the flower, but you can't see it currently with the darkness anyway. So you're kind of wondering why someone would be standing out here, cast a spell that blocks their own line of sight. So you're like, I'm not sure if anyone's actually around this area, and you don't see any sort of like footprints in the snow or anything like that. Just the line that's mostly filled in that was created earlier, but you really don't see anything that makes you think anyone's out here.
And I didn't notice any footprints when I was over here next to the thing
Nope.
that I.
No. You don't see any in the area. You're scanning the whole area.
Any recommendations, guys?
Only thing I can think of is maybe like conjure up a fucking gust of wind or something and see what the snow sticks do.
I can't conjure anything. Like, I can't.
Throw a snowball.
I have darkness, dark vision, pass without a trace, and silence, and
What,
minor illusion.
What items do you have in your bag?
My cloak of Elvenkind, the rapier of warning, the ring of warmth. I got a grappling hook, some snowshoes, some rope.
All right. Here's an idea. It's stretch. Take the rope, hook it to the grappling hook, and swing that bitch around and see what it catches on.
Definitely could. I'm not sure what your goal is there, but definitely could.
I mean,
That's a lot of area to cover.
I mean, you checked pretty much the southern exterior at this point. The only 2 places that we haven't looked for an entity of any kind are by the fire itself and on the rocky ridge surrounding the fire.
How tall is the ridge?
You talking about the mountain, like the hill that's around you guys?
This stuff, I'm assuming?
I mean, it's pretty steep, especially in this area. That's like a very natural, almost cave-like section. So those walls are, they go very steeply up to probably 50, 60 feet high at the shortest points.
Because I was over here before. I was over by the fire, like I was here, and I didn't see anything. But I wasn't making perception checks for it.
At this point, if you're having poor luck with that, maybe throw yourself back into the darkness and see if you can take a thwack on the enemy.
Would I get advantage if I was able to get here? Or normal, at least?
No,
Hit him?
so the way that it works when we looked it up earlier is any of the characters that are blind around him don't actually count for flanking. So Leif's Echo can't technically see him currently, so it would not be flanking.
Okay.
Oh, if I wasn't stunned, actually, there's an idea. You have Crusher, so you could punch him if you hit him, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can knock him... Oh, fuck, I'm incapacitated right now. I can't do it. Well, under normal circumstances, if you knocked him into my line of sight, you would get that flanking bonus with me because I can tangibly see him in this darkness.
Correct. Yeah, with her
But,
blind sight.
again, I'm stunned. I can't do that at the moment. Hey, when all else fails, absurdity works.
I know, I get you. I'm just. If you want to come back to me, I'm just gonna figure some shit out for a minute. Just read more.
That's fine, if that's what you feel is best for you. In that case, Leif. You can figure out your little thing first if you need.
Uh,
Oh, and I forgot to mark you.
I want to pick my sword up closer to my face and ask it, any ideas?
Okay, interesting.
I think if any of us had any ideas at this point, we would have tried them.
Yeah, you all hear him ask that, but none of you realize that he's asking his sword. You would first and foremost hear a question. Do you wish a true answer, or simply light assistance?
I want a true answer. I want
If
all
you
the help
wish
you
to
can give me.
waste your one true question, then yes, I can solve this simply. Are you sure?
Yes.
Very well. The runes along the blade glow, and all of you would actually see this even through the darkness because it is a very special magical light. As the blade simply hums a light tune and says to you, I guess since it's only trying to answer, yeah, it wouldn't necessarily be using its full power, so it will just answer you. Tell him this. What he seeks and what you seek are not the same. A bargain can still be had. There has been a misconception here. If you require further guidance, I will give it to you. But at least try to impress me a little. That's what your sword tells you.
Dragon!
What?
Perhaps we still can come to an agreement.
In what regard? You have claimed need of my flower, and I will not give it.
You've also claimed need to that flower, and we want it. Is this not true?
I see not your point.
There might be something we can work out here.
Without explanation, the fight will only continue.
I'm gonna look at my sword again and just be like, so what?
And leave. So, this is my ghost speaking.
I'm okay with this. Go ahead, Mace. I think you figured it out at this point.
We got blue Jedi here. Blue boys.
He needs the nectar of the flower. He doesn't actually need the flower. So, and we are not time constrained, he is. So, there's two outcomes of this.
Mm.
Either we wait with him and his wife dies in the process and he just leaves, or we wait with him and the flower blooms and he gets what he wants and we get what we want.
There's technically a third as well, in line with both of those that you just haven't thought of.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying what I can see.
Stick a turkey baster in that flower and get the bitch out.
You can ask if that's possible. I mean, he's been pretty free about answering you guys.
Alright, so, okay. You require only what is inside, right? You just want the nectar of the flower.
What I require will likely take the bloom itself.
Well, we can, sever the flower, give him the actual flower wherever he wants it, we can wait with him for it to bloom and he can take it. We just need the plant, right?
Perhaps we both can leave here with what we need. You require only the part that will allow the life of your wife, and we only require what most likely will be left after that.
Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
This is also my ghost speaking to the rest of the party. Where are you gods now, bitch?
Asks the unconscious man, yeah.
Right here, fucker.
I had to go help with the dogs real quick, and so I totally missed the fact that Mesa's dead down there. I came back and I was like,
You
my
wouldn't
fucking
know.
God.
You're in total blackness. The only one who knows he fell is Kara, and she's kind of stunned at the moment.
Jesus Christ. I wasted my sword question.
You had to do it sometime, right?
Yeah, evidently.
I mean, you could have completely wiped, so you could be
All right, so
potentially saving your group.
yeah, he will call out to you at this point.
I will offer an action as a peace. However, in response, I request all of you move from the flower. I know there are some of you close. Let us at least speak on even grounds.
I'm sure that will be fine. My only issue is that none of us can see, so we don't know
Wait
where you
just
are
a
either.
moment, and as I ask, Winged One, will you move from the flower once able?
He rolls her eyes.
I mean, in darkness, I'm not sure how much that helps.
I mean,
Did she do the thing where she rolls her eyes at you?
In darkness too. How is that supposed to help?
She does that. It means she will. You just have to go with it.
I mean, I'm stunned, man. Okay.
I see what
I
you're saying.
responded-
That's fair. That's fair. I forgot about that. Like, that's fair.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Now that you've mentioned it, yeah, okay.
If we are
Okay.
able to move, we will. If we cannot,
So
I will
very
help
suddenly,
them.
just as suddenly as it and the fog, in that regard, both arrived, the darkness drops. So you all can now see again for sure, and Kara, you would notice the dragon is staring directly at you, waiting for you to move. As he totally forgot that you are also stunned from being in the darkness, so he was just kind of keeping track of positionings through his own skill. Not necessarily he has a sight, but I just more meant he wasn't visually able to see you the whole time. So now he sees you in that state, and he just nods and stares at you as he waits for it to wear off. It is technically Leif's turn still is what we're doing. Yeah, that's why he was talking. So what we're going to do is we will skip to basically the end
Can I do my turn now?
You're not until the top of the turn order. So what I'm thinking is Mace is
I
a
held
death
my
He asked
action.
if he asked if.
Oh,
you
that
could
is
hold on
fair.
for a
Yeah.
second.
I did forget about that. That's fine, but because you haven't declared what the held action is before, if you go to attack or something, you're only going to get like the one attack per action.
I mean, I wasn't. I just said, "Can you come back to me?"
I'm
And-
aware, but the problem is, there's a very big difference between saying "Can you come back to me" and choosing to hold an action, right? So I let you move on because I didn't want to take 18 minutes for you to figure it out. Like sometimes if you just don't have something to do, you're just gonna have to choose to take the miss. I'll let you do something here too, but it's not going to be a full turn. You would have had to be preempted. Like, I am way more forgiving than most DMs with a held action. So if you had just said, I want to hold an action to attack until I can next see the dragon, I would have absolutely let you go and do that now. But you didn't have the foresight to think that, so you're just going to have to deal with not having as much available now.
Can I do movement and action?
You can do movement, and the action depends on what the action is.
Attacking?
I'll let you attack once, but you're not going to get your whole attack turn. Because like I'm saying, if you had told me that you wanted to hold and give up your reaction to do a held action like Blake did before, I would have been full for giving you everything. But being like, I don't know what to do, come back to me later is not the same.
It's like holding an open action to do whatever you want.
Right. It's just a little unfair to someone like Blake who actually was following the rules and did a held action correctly. So you can still go up and hit him once. Just that's all, not the twice.
I'm gonna stealth at advantage then,
That is totally fine. That will totally be a fine action to hide.
and then move up to him.
Okay, go for it. Beautiful. Okay.
16, and he gets disadvantage
On perceiving you. Yep.
Yep. And then I'm just gonna move up
Alrighty.
to him.
Alrighty.
I can't realistically move until after the dragon's turn ends.
Yes, correct,
so.
correct. So we're running Mallow. Mace is doing a death save, and you're stunned, so we're just going to skip to his turn. So with that, he will look up at you, Leif. Actually, so... Yeah, no, I'm going to do this in proper order. He will look up at you, Leif, and he will say,
If any here make a move for the flower, especially your hidden friend who just got close, I will end all of you. Know that I am only trusting you now because of the words of my partner. Be careful.
But for now, he's just going to hold his attacks on anyone that makes a move for the flower. So, Kara, you are unfrozen at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Mallow, he knows you're there.
Okay. I just stare at him in the eyes. Cool.
All right, just Just leave them till we figure this out. All right.
Alright, so hold on. I think it's...
It goes back up to Mallow if
Yeah.
we're at the top of the order.
Yeah, just checking something.
What round are we in at this point?
This would be the 4th round. That was
Really?
at-
It's only been 4?
Yeah, you guys have been taking some good planning time per each round.
I felt like it was farther than that. All right. So
Well,
that's
and
6 more.
it also is partially because of how many attacks the enemy has per turn and all that. So
All right,
Chris,
well,
did you re-roll your? Did you do your wisdom save?
I
thing?
passed out on it. I succeeded from getting out of it.
okay, so
But there's no
Mallow-
darkness at this point anyway, so. All
but
right, so
it would
I
be
think we're
Harrison's
kind of
turn.
waiting on you, DM.
No, it's Harrison's turn. Sorry, I had
Oh.
to send him a message and I did. So you could history.
How are we
you
supposed
could,
to
you
trust
could history
you?
check if you want on that, Harrison. By the way, I
Okay.
should clarify. That probably would
Do you
make
want
sense.
that rolled at DM?
No, it doesn't matter.
15.
Yeah, so it definitely seems like something from post coming to the Icewind Dale. Likely think that you've met this person somewhere, but you don't know who or where.
Okay.
You definitely
It's
know it's
future
from the
Cusack.
Icewind Dale, though.
How are we supposed to trust you if your partner won't even show themselves?
If you require his presence, I can ask him to do so.
Go on, Scaly.
Okay? If you would show yourself, feel free.
But it is not the partner's turn currently, so you'd either have to wait for the partner's turn, or... yeah, I think you just have to wait for the partner's turn, essentially.
Can I hold movement and attack?
Yep, that's what we let Blake do, so...
Okay, I'm gonna hold movement and attack for when the partner shows themselves.
With the specification of as soon as they show themselves, you're attacking?
When they show themselves, if I can get to them, I'm going to move to them and attack.
You would have
So-
to specify what attack as well.
Yeah, that's fine, but also I'm more curious. You're just doing it regardless.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so it's just your main actions, by the way. Any bonus actions that you have, you need to do now. So you'll do your main action attacks then, just so you know.
I'm just gonna, yeah, nothing for bonus action. So you can continue on.
Okay. So then you will hold that, and we will go to Leif. What are you thinking, Leif?
I want to take a step towards the dragon.
Alrighty.
And say, perhaps we should all move away from the one thing we all want.
I will be more than happy to once your people have made distance. As far as I'm aware, I am currently equidistant from you, but none of them.
I understand.
In all fairness, you kind of rooted me in place.
Which
until
is
just
why I
recently.
have waited for you.
Remember, he is holding his action, to be fair. So, anything you want to do, Leif, or should we just skip to Kara's movement?
No, we're good to skip to Kara's. Yeah, we'll skip to Kara's movement. That's
All
fine.
right. So, do you want to move Kara, or do you want to go for the flower?
I'm going to grab onto Mace and cast a healing hand on him.
Okay. So go ahead and do the roll, or is this the one that you just are pulling HP from?
He
your-
gets 7 HP on touch.
Okay, so you can heal the 7 HP, Claw. Let me just check something quick. I want to make sure that I'm doing this is the way I wanted to do this. I want to make sure that I'm. Yeah, so it's not actually part of the description. I'm just going to let you know currently. Okay, so you get the 7 HP, but currently Mace seems unresponsive.
Looking down at him, Kara will just look up. What did you do to him?
I knocked him unconscious, spared his life out of respect.
If he was unconscious, he would have awoken from that. What else
Try
did you do?
shaking him, girl. All you've done is lay a hand upon him.
How does it take an action to do your lay on hands thing?
It does.
Yeah, so someone else can either come and try and rouse him, or you'll have to wait till your next turn.
All right. Well, I mean, currently in medical position here.
Absolutely, totally fine. So it is technically Jinglong's turn at this point, and he will stay where he is for the most part. Actually, he will look at you
Moved
specifically,
away.
Leif.
You must understand the importance this flower holds to me. Do you mind if I move one step in that direction?
And he is pointing specifically to this empty square right here.
As much as I trust you, the one who keeps trying to hide himself from me seems less so.
Oh, I understand. We
Are
all
you
feel the
saying to
same
here,
way.
or are you saying
The
to
empty
here?
square below, yes, down one. And he is asking
So-
Leif before doing it.
I'll look at the.
I thought we were all moving away from the flower.
You are, which is why he is asking permission. I'm trying to be a little bit clear on this.
I mean, yeah, it seems like he's just trying to get in between Mallow and the flower.
That is essentially what he's been trying to.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look at over in between these guys. I'll look at Kara and just kind of give her like the shoulder shrug. Like, I mean, I'm fine with it. It's just, or no, even better. I forgot. I still have that fucking slug on my head.
Finally.
Yeah, I'll
Comes
just
back.
I'll get in Kara's head and I'll just be like, I mean, he's just protecting it from Mallow. I see no problem with it. He's technically still surrounded, and we can see.
Mallow knows our goal is the flower. I think he should be more worried about Mallow.
So we're fine with this.
He's playing games. Just let him do what he wants, and if he plays too stupidly, he'll have an end result he doesn't like.
I agree. I'll look at the dragon. Just that seems acceptable.
Thank you, sir.
And he will just shift only to here, no further. And he just kind of keeps his stance, but he is not. His back is to the flower, if anything. He's just trying to keep an eye on you all, it seems. Alright, so as it moves off of his turn, you all would just potentially. At least.
you guys!
Oh my fucking god!
Is that the?
Why don't you listen
Is,
to
is,
Dragon Kai?
is that the helper?
That might have been the helper.
I immediately
Fucking
run over
knew it.
here,
As soon as I saw that fucking staff, I fucking knew it.
and I'm going to attack with advantage.
I'm 10 feet
Yeah,
up
he's
in
currently
there.
10 feet up in the air, so you
Flying.
cannot reach him.
How?
Because he's been leveling up with Dragon Kai while you guys have been doing your fucking adventure. Bro's the same level as you. He's got skills you don't know about.
Fish boy!
Sucks
Oh.
to suck, Mallow.
Alright, so I will be honest with you guys. You have managed to talk your way out of the fight. At this point, I'm fine with any RP we want to do, but I know, Claw, it is getting late for you. So, Kara, you can just do your action to rouse him. I will let you know, because this might be something I do depending on who you're fighting going forward. The mechanic there was he was doing non-lethal strikes to specifically knock people out. Claw actually was sitting at 1 HP once he was unconscious, so he did not actually need healing. He just needed to be awoken. The healing is still good for him, but it was specifically the action to awaken him that was required.
You said he was downed. My brain went
Correct.
to death saving
Yes,
throws.
exactly.
So...
And I did want you to think that. I even said he will do death saving throws to GM, and then I messaged him in the background because I wanted you guys to think that there was still some until you checked him. You know, I wanted it to be some kind of danger to it. So, but yes, this character was never going to kill you outright. He would have knocked you all out. But if there's questions, if we want to do RP, that's totally great. I'm down for that. But otherwise, like I said, I don't want to hold Claw too late. It's definitely getting there.
Yep, I think I'm going to emergency evacuate.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely, dude. Sorry for it going so long. It just ended up that way.
That's good. I mean, it ended climatically, which is all that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't usually end until 10 anyway, so it's not like we're...
Yeah, I know,
Just
but
past
it's
that.
still getting late at that point.
The
so.
Goliath totally lost his boner and did not come.
Yeah.
Completely upset.
The fight stopped? What is this? Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
Not
The
climactic.
ultimate challenge.
All right, I'll be going then. See you
Yeah,
guys.
have a good night, man.
All right,
Nice
man.
one,
I mean, he passed No Nut November, so.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Manages through it.